if you want to, and we are live. Welcome to the August Shanty Sing for the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival and our festival preview and our fundraiser. We've got a bunch of our featured performers from this year's festival, and a bunch of people from the general community who want to sing songs. It's fantastic. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you for being here. We have a bunch of prizes and thank you gifts for people who donate today. Nick will be talking more about that. Nick Noble from WICN FM in Worcester, and also our treasurer. Long experience in public radio pledge drive, so he's going to be inflicting that talent. Using that talent to help us out today. So I'm going to kick things off. This is a song when I was in exile on the West Coast that was sort of my anthem, and being separated from all of you, it's been on my mind a lot recently. It's actually from the northeast of England. I learned it in San Francisco, and here I am in New England singing it now. So. Oh, Amble is a fine town with ships about the bay. It's fain, very fain, I were there myself today. I'm wishing I were home, far away from here, sitting in my parlor, a-talking with my dear. And it's home, dearie, home. Oh, it's home I want to be. My topsails are hoisted, and I am bound to see the oak and the ash and the bonny birchen tree are all growing green in the north country. And it's home, dearie, home. Well, now a letter came today, but somehow I cannot speak. The proud and happy tears are rolling down my cheek. There's someone here, she says, you've been waiting for to see, with your merry hazel eyes looking up from off my knee. And if it's home, dearie, home, oh, it's home I want to be. My topsails are hoisted, and I am bound to see the oak and the ash and the bonny birchen tree are all growing green in the north country. And it's home, dearie, home. Well, the letter did not say if I'd had a boy or girl. It's got me so confused, my thoughts are in a whirl. I'm headed back to port, where I'll quickly turn around and take the fastest ship back to Ambletown is bound. And it's home, dearie, home. Oh, it's home I want to be. My topsails are hoisted, and I am bound to see the oak and the ash and the bonny birchen tree are all growing green in the north country. And it's home, dearie, home. Well, now, if it be a girl, she shall wear a golden ring. And if it be a boy, he will live to serve the king. With his buckles and his boots and his little jacket blue, he'll walk the quarter deck like his daddy used to do. And it's home, dearie, home. Oh, it's home I want to be. My topsails are hoisted, and I am bound to see the oak and the ash and the bonny birchen tree are all growing green in the north country. And it's home, dearie, home. So welcome home, everyone, to the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. I hope you have lots of fun today. We're going from 2 to 5:30 Eastern US time. We've got a ton of great performers and community singers. So Nick, what's going on first?
Well, again, thank you, Chris, and welcome everyone to this Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival Open Sing Festival Preview and Fundraiser. My job is to sort of delineate the fundraising outline and give you the rules. If you look in the chat, you can see the link to where you can donate, and I'll keep posting it every now and then so that everybody sees how they can donate. The way we have it work now, we have exciting news. We already have an anonymous $1,000 matching grant. So anybody who gives any money up to $1,000, it gets matched. We've already got a $100 gift. Thank you very much. So that has been matched, double the amount, and we're trying to put on it. Yes, hooray, we're trying to put on a festival here. Every half hour or so, we're to draw names from the people who've given anything at all, and we will have for you, we have something like 40-something different gift certificates from Portsmouth area businesses, and we have some Amazon and Walmart and Uber certificates for those of you who won't be making it to the Portsmouth Festival, Portsmouth area this year. Also, if you give anywhere from $25 to $49, you get a lovely little, beautiful little sort of silver pewter. I'm not sure what it's made of, but it's a gorgeous metal USS Constitution. And for $50 or more, the first 10 people, we have some CDs, shower shanties from the amazing Chris Madden. His shower shanties CD, 5 CDs and five digital downloads of that album will be available for those who give $50 or more. And again, I'll put in the link again, the donation link. So if you want to make that happen. Now, if there are any questions, feel free to ask me in the chat. And Joseph, I already sent you a message in the chat. But right now, one of our featured artists all the way from the UK. Make sure you mute yourselves while people are performing, but I'd like to welcome the amazing Larry Kaplan.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody. It's good to be there from here. It's a bit of a row, and I've made it, though. And it's such a real pleasure to see this happening, to be a part of it. So thank you very much for having me. Of all things, being in England, I'm going to sing a song from the Northwest. And the song's called Jonah. And it comes from some learning I've done over at the Fisher Poets Gathering, which I go to every year. It's about salmon fishing, but like in any nautical undertaking, there are people called Jonahs. They're identified individuals on a crew who bring bad luck or are thought to bring bad luck to the vessel. It's all unfair. It probably isn't true at all, but it's a convenient way to blame when things don't go right. And so this is a story about a Jonah who made his decision at the end of all of his bad experiences to go back home. And this is called Jonah, and here goes. Oops. Take this headphone out of here. Here. Kids grow up fast on this hard luck river, so they talk of salmon as you watch them play. Then they dream of boats, then they go out fishing on the big steel vessels on the northern bays. So I get this job on an old purseiner, was a greenhorn deckhand in a 4-man crew. And the men just say, we ain't catching nothing. So there ain't no room for a kid like you. Well, you do things right, well, they don't say nothing. Well, you do things wrong, well, they sure do then. Now I'm going home to that big old river. I'm no good on deck, you've got better men. The way it works out on the water, see the skipper's boss and he knows this bay, and he says time's money and he says get working. You don't like me, try another bay. Well, they say some boats have the curse of a Jonah, that's a bad luck loser working on your crew. And they grab their coffee and they grunt damn weather, but they don't say nothing when they look at you. Well, you do things right, right, well they don't say nothing. When you do things wrong, well they sure do then. I'm going home up that big old river. I'm no good on deck, you got better men. Yeah, the wind blew hard, and the hull was shaking, and the waves punched back against our bow and stern. 10,000 pounds of sockeye salmon, most honest money that you'll ever earn. While the lead line strained on a net of silver, and the boat pitched hard to the starboard side. Then she tipped back up as a purse-string line parted, and the tides pull hard as we cross the line. Will you do things right? Well, they don't say nothing. Will you do things wrong? Well, they sure do then. I'm going home up that big old river. I'm no good on deck, you've got better men. In the sun's bright glow, you could see fish scatter from the whole damn set as they swam away. You goddamn Jonah, says a deckhand cussin'. First you jinx this boat, now you steal my pay. When you see them glare, when you hear them cursin', when you catch their spit in the downwind blow, when you eat alone at the big mess table, then you know it's time, yeah, it's time to go. Will you do things right? Well, they don't say nothing. Will you do things wrong? Well, they sure do then. I'm going home up that big old river. I'm no good on deck, you've got better men. So I'm going back to the kinder waters, where the salmon dance in the crystal flow. I will set my nets when you can't blame no one, when the things you do are the things you know. You can lose your life on those old cold mean waters, get old and bitter by the cannery pier. You can break your back so you're worth nothing. Let them find new Jonahs, so I'll fish right here. Well, you do things right, well, they don't say nothing. Well, you do things wrong, well, they sure do then. I'm going home up that big old river. I'm no good on deck, you've got better men. Well, you do things right, well, they don't say nothing. We do things wrong, well, they sure do then. I'm going home up that big old river. I'm no good on deck, you've got better men. I'm no good on deck, you've got better men.
All right, Larry Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen. Larry Kaplan will be a featured performer at this year's. Stewart has to leave early because of a gig, so we're giving Stewart's 2 songs, and then he'll be followed by Tom Meldrum, Bounding Maine, Steve Ginsberg, Jim Lucas. But right now, let's, and Larry Kaplan will go after Jim Lucas again, but let's have Stewart Marcus, 2 songs, Stewart. Welcome. Great to have you with us.
Thank you, Nick, and everybody, and I appreciate you accommodating me. There are some odd folks here that actually want to pay me to sing songs, so I've got to leave and do that in a little while. Anyways, so we had a few depressing songs to start with. So Who Am I to Buck a Trend? This is a funereal song. Feel free to sing along at home. General Taylor gained the day Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, and General Taylor gained the day. Carry him to his burying ground, to me waste, oh me. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, to me waste, oh me. Carry him to his burying ground. General Taylor died long ago. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along. He's gone to where the winds don't blow. Carry him to his burying ground, to me waste, oh me. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, to me waste, oh me. Carry him to his burying ground. We dug his grave with a silver spade. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along. His shroud of finest silk was made. Carry him to his burying ground, to me waste, oh me. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, to me waste, oh me. Carry him to his burying ground. We lowered him down on a golden chain. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along. On every lake we carved his name. Carry him to his burying ground, to me waste, oh me. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, to me waste, oh me. Carry him to his burying ground. I wish I was General Taylor's son. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along. I'd build me a ship of 1,000 ton. Carry him to his burying ground, to me waste, oh me. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, to me waste, oh me. Carry him to his burying ground, a beautiful ship of 1,000 ton. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, and I'd fill her up with New England rum. Carry him to his burying ground, to me waste, oh me. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, to me waste, oh me. Carry him to his burying ground, I'd give a tot to every man. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, and a double tot to the shanty man. Carry him to his burying ground, to me waste, oh me. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, to me waste, oh me. Carry him to his burying ground, to me waste, oh me. Walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along, to me waste, oh me. Carry him to his burying ground.
Stewart Marcus, song 1 of 2. Stewart's got to leave early at a gig. Stewart, that was great. I want to let folks know we've already got over $260 in donations, which means that's been matched. I'm putting the donation link back in the chat once again. Stewart, go ahead. What do you got for us?
Thank you very much. Well, last year at this time, I was anxiously awaiting results of the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival songwriting contest. And to my great surprise, I won. So this is the song that I had entered. And Cliff Haslam of the Jovial Crew did me the great honor a couple of times of singing this at a now late lamented sea music festival. But it's always a pleasure to play. For anyone wanting to sing along at home, the chorus is 10,000 men set sail again in good ships taut and free, and the Gloucester ladies wait and pray for the men to return from the sea. I know it's kind of long for a sea shanty, but when the seas are calm and the sky is fair and the winds are light and warm, it's hard to picture in your mind what it's like at the height of the storm. But seas can change and winds grow foul and hurl a ship a lee, and the Gloucester ladies wait and pray for the men to return from the sea. For 100 years the men set out, the Grand Banks for to ply, with one eye on the fishing rig, the other toward the sky. For the sudden storm is such the norm, with great ferocity, and the Gloucester ladies wait and pray for the men to return from the sea. 10,000 men set sail again, in good ships taut and free, and the Gloucester ladies wait and pray for the men to return from the sea. A pitchpole wave strikes from ahead, approaching sea from the side. Her bow gets buried in the trough, and the crew end up in the tide. So many men not seen again, God bless their family, and the Gloucester ladies wait and pray for the men to return from the sea. 10,000 men set sail again, in good ships taut and free, and the Gloucester ladies wait and pray for the men to return from the sea. In the old church hall there stands a wall, 10,000 names upon, for every man who worked the sea and disappeared thereon, and every one a mother's son, a sweetheart or a friend. But a watery grave is all they have, no resting place to tend. 10,000 men set sail again, in good ships taut and free, and the Gloucester ladies wait and pray for the men to return from the sea. 10,000 men set sail again, in good ships taut and free, and the Gloucester ladies wait and pray for their men to return from the sea.
Yes, indeed. That was Stewart Marcus. Stewart, thank you so much for that wonderful song. I loved it when I first heard it a year plus ago, and I love it now.
Thank
So
you.
that's, and Stewart's got to get to a gig. So Stewart, thank you so much for being, Stewart will be a featured artist. In a minute or two, we'll have, let's see, no, we'll do it right now. Coming up right now, Tom Meldrum. Tom, are you there? You got a song for us? And then we'll start giving away some gift certificates and that sort of thing. We're raising a lot of money today. Check out the chat for the link for donations. Tom, are you there?
I am. I'd like to try a song that I heard Mick Ryan perform a couple of years ago at a festival. It's along the theme. It's a new take on the theme of poor Jack Tar being exploited while ashore, called The Close Shave. Come gather round, you seamen, who sail the oceans fair. 'Tis what a trick was played on me, which caused me much despair. I came to port the other day, my heart and gold to trade. Was there I met a pretty maid who did my heart betray. Oh, her lips was red as roses, her eyes a deep sky blue. Her hair is yellow as the gold she stole from me and you. She took me to a public house, and there we did imbibe, and whiskey and strong porter, and dreadful stuff besides. It's then she asked me up to bed, to which I did agree. To tell the truth, I fell asleep before she earned her fee. Oh, her lips was red as roses, her eyes a deep sky blue. Her hair is yellow as the gold she stole from me and you. When I awoke next morning, no trousers could I find, but scattered all around me were clothes of clothes so fine. My jacket, shoes, and gold had gone, and all that's left behind was a woman's dress, a yellow wig, and a shaving kit not fine. Oh, her lips was red as roses, her eyes a deep sky blue. Her hair is yellow as the gold she stole from me and you. Why did she need a seal? And I awoke next morning, no trousers could I find, but scattered all around me were women's clothes so fine. My jacket, shoes, and gold had gone, and all that's left behind was a woman's dress, a yellow twig, and a cozy kit not mine. Oh, her lips was red as roses, her eyes a deep sky blue. Her hair is yellow as the gold she stole from me and you. Why did she need a wig? Why did she need to shave? It's then the thought it struck me in a fit of blinding rage. Me pretty maid, some man, cried I, methinks I fell asleep. I'd rather lose a bag of gold than wake up with that thief. Oh, her lips was red as roses, her eyes a deep sky blue. Her hair is yellow as the gold she stole from me and you. To venture in the street again, I cautiously inclined. I had a shave, put on the wig, and wore the dress so fine. And as I walked along the road, a sailor gave a wink. I thought of all the gold he had, so I offered him a drink. Oh, her lips was red as roses, her eyes a deep sky blue. Her hair is yellow as the gold she stole from me and you. Now you may think it sinful, you may think it a shame to take advantage of the lads who ply the bounding main. It's easy putting on the dress and with it drinking whiskey neat, but to be with a shaving kit behind when they are fast asleep. Oh, her lips as red as roses, her eyes a deep sky blue. Her hair is yellow as the gold she stole from me and you. Oh, her lips was red as roses, her eyes a deep sky blue. Her hair is yellow as the gold she stole from me and you. And that's the sad story.
Tom Meldrum, thank you so much. Aren't we sad? In a couple of minutes, Bounding Maine will be singing for us, followed by Steve Ginsberg, Jim Lucas, Larry Kaplan again, Cliff Abrams. We're moving ahead with some folks here. Also on the list are Fred Winkle, AJ Wright, Lynn Chevel, Ian Chevel. If I'm not pronouncing your name right, just yell at me. I would appreciate that. I've got some nice announcements to make. First of all, we have $325 so far in donations in our first half hour. That's incredible. And it's been matched by our anonymous donors. So that's $650 if my mathematics is correct. My old fifth grade math teacher, Mrs. McGill, would be very proud of me. I'm doing that in my head. But now remember that if you make a donation of $25 to $49, you get a ship. You got one of those ships there, Chris, you can show everybody?
Yeah, I've got an entire fleet. So one of our longtime supporters had a relative with a
Chris
hoarding
is looking
problem.
For, I think Chris is...
Had a relative with a hoarding problem, and so he donated all of these Constitution models that had accumulated We have 38 of these, I think. They're not, I want to be clear, they're not super high quality. They are plastic, but they are covered in, they're metal coated. They're quite charming. They make a nice little desk ornament, which is where I have mine that I liberated. They're about 3 inches long. They've got a nice little stand with a sign. So, they're not super fancy, but they're nice. And one could be yours.
And a gift of $50 or more will get you a copy of Chris's wonderful CD, Shower Shanties, which I play on my show pretty regularly. And if you've already got a copy, then, well, so what? But we have a first drawing. And our first drawing, I think it's kind of interesting. I drew this name, and my goodness, he's singing pretty soon. But Stephen Ginsberg, you have won a gift card. And Stephen, the only thing I ask you right now is to tell me, do you want a gift card from a Portsmouth business, or do you want a general outside of Portsmouth gift card? Say which do you want?
I'm hoping to get to Portsmouth at some point, so send me a Portsmouth gift card.
All right. Well, then you, my friend, you have a wonderful, wonderful $25 gift certificate to Poco's Restaurant in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And Stephen, all we ask at some point, because you're up in a couple of people, is to email your mailing address to info@pmffest.org. I'll put that in the chat as well. So I will send that to everyone, but I'll also send it to you. Having said that, I'm going to shut up now. And at the top of the hour, I'm hoping we'll be able to share the names and logos of a lot of the places that have made donations. Poco's Restaurant in Portsmouth is just one of them. But right now, I'd like to introduce to you another featured performer, Bounding Maine. Stephen, you're on deck, by the way. Bounding Maine. Everyone else mute, please.
1, 2, 3. You can see the squares of canvas dancing over the horizon. You can hear the shanty wailing to the heaving of the men. You can feel the seas up to your knees, and you know the sea is rising, and you know the clipper's day has come again. Till the man on high, the boatswain's cry commands a killing strain, till every mother's son begins to pray. With a hearty shout she comes about as she heads into the rain, and the ship has never seen a better day. Oh, oh, sailing ships and sailing men will sail the open waters, where the only thing that matters is the wind inside the main. So all your loving mothers, keep your eyes upon your daughters, for the sails will mend their tatters and the mast will rise again. Wooden beams and human dreams are all that make her go, and the magic of the wind upon her sails. We'd rather fight the weather than the fishes down below. God help us if the rigging ever fails. As the timber creaks, the captain speaks above the vessel's groan, till every soul on board can hear the call. It's nothing but the singing of the ship inside her bones, and this is when she likes it best of all. Oh, oh, sailing ships and sailing men will sail the open waters, where the only thing that matters is the wind inside the main. So all your loving mothers, keep your eyes upon your daughters, for the sails will mend their tatters and the mast will rise again. Where the current goes, the clipper's nose is plowing fields of green. Where fortune takes a cruise, we wish them well. Where men can be when lost at sea is somewhere in between the regions of a heaven and a hell. We're sailing eastern harbors and the California shores. If you set your mind to see them, then you can. As you count each mast go sailing past, you're prouder than before, and you know the clipper's day has come again. Oh, oh, sailing ships and sailing men will sail the open waters, where the only thing that matters is the wind inside the main. So all your loving mothers, keep your your eyes upon your daughters, for the sails will mend their tatters, and the mast will rise again. Oh, sail ships and sailors, men will sail the open waters, where the only thing that matters is the wind inside the main. So all you loving mothers, keep your eyes upon your daughters, for the sails will mend their tatters, and the mast will rise again.
Bounding Maine, ladies and gentlemen. I am a sucker for harmony. That was awesome. Thank you, guys. Up next is our first drawing winner, Stephen Ginsburg. We've got a couple more gifts coming in. This is awesome. We're up to $400 the first 40 minutes, and that $400 has been matched by our anonymous donor, worth $800 to keep the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival going. I put the donation link in the chat again, and you keep those coming, folks. Steve Ginsburg is next, followed by Jim Lucas. Then Larry Kaplan will perform again, and then we'll hear from Cliff Abrams, Bounding Maine again, Fred Winkle, AJ Wright, Lynn Shevel, Ian Shevel, Larry Kaplan, Doug Higgins, Richard James Nestler, Bounding Maine, Jerry Carbo. Wow, Corabo. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry. Those are all people in line. Steve Ginsburg was up, followed by Jim Lucas. Steve, go ahead.
Okay. This is a song that our friend in New York, Jan Christensen, wrote some time ago when we had a previous president who didn't like immigrants. Since then, we've had another one who was worse, but that's kind of in the rearview mirror to some extent, I hope. So this song is well worthwhile, and here it is. Oh, my name is Juan, and I came to this country on the boat lift from Mariel Bay. As I walk around the streets of the city, I heard some people say, oh, they all look funny and they don't speak English. They're taking our jobs away. Then from out of the past I heard people who came to an island in New York Bay, Ellis Island. Come down the gangplank, go through the door, stand on the long, long line. Do you have TB or a social disease? Do your hands and your legs work fine? Do you have some relative there on the shore who can vouch for your sanity? And if you make it through the day, they will stamp your card and say, welcome to the land of the free. Oh, my name is Pat, and I come from Killarney, where I worked with both my hands. Then the crops, they failed, and the agent came. He threw me off of the land. So I crossed the ocean with my pack on my back, and I hope they will let me stay. Now the old world is gone, I can see a new home from this island in New York Bay. Ellis Island, come down the gangplank, go through the door, stand on the long, long line. Do you have TB or a social disease? Do your hands and your legs work fine? Do you have some relative there on the shore who can vouch for your sanity? And if you make it through the day, they will stamp your card and say, welcome to the land of the free. Oh, my name is Rivka, and I come from Russia, where I never knew luxury. Then the Cossacks came with their swords and their guns. They killed all my family. So I came here where people don't live in fear, and I'll sweat in your dress shops all day. Though I'm tattered and torn, I see dreams being born in from this island in New York Bay. Ellis Island, come down the gangplank, go through the door, stand on the long, long line. Do you have TB or a social disease? Do your hands and your legs work fine? Do you have some relatives there on the shore who who can vouch for your sanity. And if you make it through the day, they will stamp your card and say, welcome to the land of the free. Oh, my name is Guido, and I come from Palermo, where I lay the bricks all day. But I had a dream that was bigger than Palermo, and that's why I sailed away. Now I'll build your subways and I'll climb your buildings. I'll save up all of my pay so that next year my wife and my children can come to this island in New York Bay. Ellis Island, come down the gangplank, go through the door, stand on the long, long line. Do you have TB or a social disease? Do your hands and your legs work fine? Do you have some relatives there on the shore who can vouch for your sanity? And if you make it through the day, they will stamp your card and say, welcome to the land of the free. We are the ghosts of old Ellis Island. We have our tales to tell. Some left a good life to come over here. Some left a living hell. But we crossed the sea and we built this land, as you will in your very own way. So to you who have come, we all say, welcome home to this island in New York Bay. Ellis Island, come down the gangplank, go through the door, stand on the long, long line. Do you have TB or a social disease? Do your hands and your legs work fine? Do you have some relative there on the shore who can vouch for your sanity? And if you make it through the day, they will stamp your card and say, welcome to the land of the free. And if you make it through the day, they will stamp your card and say, welcome to the land of the free.
Steve Ginsberg, ladies and gentlemen, that was awesome.
Thank
You, Steve. Thank you very much. Jim Lucas is next. Jim, unmute yourself and give us what you got.
Okay. My voice has been changing today, so I'll find myself a key. And I've been very much interested recently, an interest that was kindled about 45 years ago by Peter Bellamy, an interest in Rudyard Kipling, who has written an awful lot of great stuff, most of which people don't know about, but some of it is sea songs, or sea poems, which have obvious tunes to go with them, and this is one of them from the era of the First World War. In Lowestoft the boat was laid, mark well what I do say, and she was built for the herring trade, but she has gone a-roving, 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 the Lord knows where. They gave her government coal to burn, mark well what I do say, and a Q.F. gun at bow and stern, and sent her out a-roving, 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 the Lord knows where. Her skipper was mate of a bucko ship, mark well what I do say, which always killed one man per trip, and so he's used to roving, a-roving, a-roving, the Lord knows where. Her mate was skipper of a chapel in Wales, mark well what I do say, and so he fights in topper and tails, religious though roving, a-roving, a-roving, the Lord knows where. Her engineer is 58, mark well what I do say. So he's prepared to meet his fate, which ain't unlikely, roving, the Lord knows where. Her leading stoker's 17, mark well what I do say. So he don't know what the judgments mean unless he cops 'em roving, the Lord knows where. Her cook was chef in the Lost Dogs Home, mark well what I do say. And I'm sorry for Fritz when they all come a-roving, a-roaring and a-roving. Round the North Sea roving, the Lord knows where.
Excellent, Jim Lucas. Thank you so much for that. We're up to, oh my goodness, $470. I'll be drawing 4 or 5 giveaways coming up at the half-hour mark. But Larry Kaplan, Larry, where are you? You're back up, my friend. How are you? How are the things in the UK?
They're sunny today, believe it or not.
Sunny and humid here in Worcester. All right, Larry, what do you have for us, my friend?
Well, we just heard a song about immigration in Ellis Island, and this is a different twist on the subject. My sister-in-law, who is a historian and a folklorist, showed me a picture of a vessel filled with folks on deck leaving or coming into New York Harbor. And if you look closely at the position of the buildings, the vessel was leaving. And it underscores the fact that there have been many unsuccessful immigrants here, folks who've just not been able to get a foothold in this country. And that's been part of our history for a long time, also little known. But I thought that it might be helpful to put a song together that reminds us of that. So this is called Dearest Lavinia. Dearest Lavinia, I trust all is well. Our ship makes this passage on terrible swells. If I ever reach England, I shall welcome the day when I walk by your side on safe land. By the time this note finds you, please God, I'll be home. I am sorry for leaving, forgive me for going, but my words could stir oceans. There is much I must tell. I may never reach England again. I could not find fortune on American soil. I bring nothing home to you but a year's sweat and toil, and I was one of the many who stood long on the lines, and I went to sleep angry and cold. But I left my own country for the promise of wealth, which I sought for our family, never once for myself. Now I see greater fortune in our stone-covered land. I shall make this long journey no more. There were thousands who journeyed to find that strange land, thousands who settled with the new life they planned, but then also the many who would miss their homeland, and the dear ones who never said go. Now I dream I am sailing with the stars in the sky, and I follow the brightest one back to your eyes. The sea shakes and trembles, and the clouds thunder so, I may never see England again. Dearest Lavinia, I trust all is well. Our ship makes this passage on terrible swells. If I ever reach England, I shall welcome the day that I walk by your side on safe land.
Larry Kaplan, that was beautiful. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you.
We're going to jump in right now with Cliff Abrams. And Cliff Abrams is going to sing, and then we'll have our little top of the hour break where I do a bunch more drawings as people still give donations. And after that, we'll hear from Bounding Maine again, Fred Winkle, AJ Wright, Lynn Chevel, Ian Chevel, Larry again, Doug Higgins, Richard James Nestler, Bounding Maine, Jerry Corabau, and Joseph Morneau. In that order, don't worry, I'll say it again, I promise. So right now, Cliff, where are you?
Can you hear me?
Go for it.
Okay. I wasn't originally going to do this, but Jim Lucas reminded me. Here's another Kipling for you. Frankie's Trade is about Sir Francis Drake. Right. Old horn to all Atlantic said, hey-oh to me-oh. Now where did Frankie learn his trade? For he ran me down to the three-reef mainsail all around the horn. The Atlantic answered, no, not me, hey-oh to me-oh. You better ask the cold North Sea, for he ran me down under all plain canvas all around the horn. The North Sea answered, he's my man, hey-oh to me-oh. For I caught him when he first began. It's Frankie Drake in an open coaster all around the sands. I caught him young and I used him sore. Hey-oh to me-oh, so you never shall startle Frankie more. Without capsizing earth and her waters all around the sands. I do not favor him at all. Hey-oh to me-oh, for I made him pull and I made him haul and stand this trick with the common sailors all around the sands. I froze him stiff and I fogged him blind. Hey-oh to me-oh, and I kicked him home with his road to find for what he could make in a 3-day snowstorm all around the sands. I learned him his trade of the winter's night. Hey-oh to me-oh, twixt Mardyke Ford and the Dunkirk light, on a 5-knot tide with the forts firing all around the sands. Before his beard began to shoot, hey-oh to me-oh, I showed him the length of the Spaniard's foot, and I reckon he clapped a boot on it later all around the sands. If there's a risk that you can make, hey-oh to me-oh, that's worse than he was when he used to take nigh every week in the way of his business all around the sands. And if there's a trick that you can try, hey-oh to me-oh, that he hasn't met in days gone by, not once nor twice, but 10 times over all around the sands. If you can teach him what that's new, hey-oh to me-oh, I'll give you Bruges and Newport too, and the 10 tall churches that stand between them all around the sands. So storm along, my gallant captains, all around the horn. Frankie's Trade.
Cliff Abrams, well done, my friend, well done. Well, when we come back from this little drawing break, and we have lots of gifts to give away, we have so many gifts, wonderful donations from our Portsmouth friends, businesses in the area, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I'm hoping someone out there can share a screen with those logos while I'm getting this ready, so we can acknowledge those folks. We've already acknowledged Poco's Restaurant in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We have a bunch of other drawings to do right now. I have also, here comes, Jeff is now sharing the wonderful PowerPoint that we'll just go through every 5 seconds. We'll see another one of these sponsors that are keeping us going here, and appreciate that. And while that's going on, let's do some drawings here. I want to thank those folks who've donated so far. We're doing an excellent job. And then I'm going to, and the donation link is back up again. And again, a couple of you, and I can tell you who you are if you like, but a couple of you have given $50 or more, so you get a copy of Chris Madden's Shower Shanties CD. Make sure you send your mailing addresses to info@pmfest.org. I will put that in the chat when I'm done drawing here. Our first drawing, a lot of great donations. Our first drawing, Tom Meldrum, who just sang. Tom, how would you like a gift certificate to the Portsmouth Feed Company restaurant? Where are you, Tom? Say yes. Thank you. Tom, send us your mailing address. Send us your mailing address. Yeah, where are you?
Unfortunately, I have a family reunion at the same time, so I will not be there this year.
Well, still drawing it for you, my friend. You can give it away as a gift. You can show up some other time. It's a lovely restaurant. That's Tom Meldrum, has the Portsmouth Feed Company. Tom, please send us your mailing address to info@pmfest.org. I'll put that in the chat. Let's see, another drawing. Laura Elliam. Laura, are you there? Oh my goodness, Laura, you drew a big one. Where's Laura? Are you hiding on me? Laura just won 1 pound of fudge a month for a year from Kilwins in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And again,
hang on. Yeah. A slice of fudge a month.
It says 1 pound here. That's a big slice.
Yeah. Double.
I don't know. I was going to suggest just go a pound of fudge a week goes. We should put that to a big auction.
The quality of mercy is not strained. So Laura has won that from Kilwins. That's terrific, and we'll get your mailing address. Another drawing, James Huggins. James, where are you? James, you're some distance away, I believe. Is that correct? He's not talking to me.
There we go. I'm in Colorado, but I have relatives in Portsmouth.
Well, then I'll tell you what. Are they young relatives or older relatives?
Both.
Well, then maybe they'll be happy with a $20 gift certificate from Treehouse Toys.
I think they will. They have kids. They have grandkids.
Perfect. So that's James Huggins, Treehouse Toys. Again, James, send your mailing address to info@pmfest.org. I'll put that in the chat. We got another drawing.
Thank you.
Katrina Knight. Where's my buddy Katrina? Katrina actually listens to my radio show. Is that fair that I should? Katrina, you're going to be in Portsmouth anytime soon, Katrina? She's not talking to me either. I thought you loved me, Katrina. Katrina has won a $25 gift certificate to Celtic Crossing. Wonderful jewelry and other stuff from Ireland, Scotland, Cornwall, Wales, and all sorts of places like that. That's Katrina Knight, Celtic Crossing in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We're going to do one more, I think, or two more. No, two more. Susan Walker. Where's Susan? Susan, are you close to Portsmouth? Are you going to get there this year? Where's Susan? She's elusive as well, but that's okay. Susan.
Hi. I'm not going to be able to go to Portsmouth, but what is it?
Well, you actually have a $25 Amazon gift certificate.
Oh, perfect.
That's perfect. Susan Walker, again, gets your mailing address to info@pmffest.org. I'll put that in the chat. And we have one more drawing. Philip Sternberg. Philip, are you there? Philip Sternberg, you're going to get, if you're going to get to Portsmouth, I got one for you, my friend. Well, whether you're there or not, I know what you won. Philip Sternberg won a $50 gift certificate to the Portsmouth Brewery. So, restaurant. And we'll make sure we'll get your address as well, my friend. That's our round of drawings for this time. Again, I'll post both the email address to send your mailing information to, so we can send that to you. Those of you who have gotten a ship coming to you, that's Susan and who else? Well, Susan for sure has got a ship coming to her, and Stephen Ginsburg will get those ships off to you. And Philip and Laura, you've got Chris CDs coming to you if you want those as well. Wow, I'm going to shut up now because we want to hear some more music, and we're having a great time here. I know we saw some of those logos, and we'll see more of them again. And that's all right. Now let's see who we got coming up here. We have Bounding Maine, then Fred Winkle, AJ Wright, Linerty and Chevel, Larry Kaplan, Doug Higgins, Richard James Nestor. I like 3 names, Richard. Bounding Maine, Jerry Corbeau, Joseph Morneau, and we'll keep going from there. But right now, Bounding Maine, we got to hear those harmonies again.
Greetings. So our next song is called One More Pull, and it's a collaboration between Ken Stevens and Ian Woods. And they did different lyrics. The ones that we're going to perform today were written by Ken Stevens. Giant coomers, ocean rollers, living the waves upon the sea. But for us boys, there's no future. It's not like it used to be. And it's one more pull, boys, that'll do, boys. Soon we'll draw alongside. Hoist her upwards, swing her inboard, for the journey's nearly o'er. Iceland's dangers, Greenland's fog bangs, northern storms intensity. It's all gone now, turn her homeward, for the market will reach the fee. And it's one more pull, boys, that'll do, boys. Soon we'll draw alongside. Hoist her upwards, swing her inboard, for the journey's nearly o'er. No more codfish of Newfoundland, dancing silver down the hatch. Drifters, trawlers, and pursiners, all laid up, sold for scrap. And it's one more pull, boys, that'll do, boys. Soon we'll draw alongside. Hoist her upwards, swing her inboard, for the journey's nearly o'er. So heave the line, boys, one last time now, and we'll have the final draw. No need to wonder where it's all gone to. Only time to heave and hold.
I am speechless, which Chris sees as a miracle. He's shaking his head. That was beautiful. Bounding Main, and all the artists who are here. I know Stewart has had to go to a gig, but how do people find your music? You got merch anywhere? Talk to us. Bounding Main, you can unmute and say a few nice words about yourselves, and I'll share it with the others. Go ahead.
Sure, we absolutely have CDs like many of the musicians that are joining today. So you can find us on boundingmain.com. We have a Facebook page, of course. Our videos are up on YouTube. So please join us and subscribe. Like that. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Bounding Main. Coming up next is Fred Winkle. And then we're going to give Larry Kaplan a go again, and then AJ, and then Lynn and Ian Chevel, and Doug Higgins. So we're going to go first with Fred. Fred, how are you?
Hi, thank you. I'm doing fine. I will sing a capstan from the book of Stanyule. When I was a little hairless boy, I went to sea in Stormy's employ. I shipped away as a cabin boy. When I was just a shaver, oh, I was fed up with the sea. When I was just a shaver, they whacked me up and they whacked me down. The mate, he cracked me on the crown. They whacked me round and round and round. When I was just a shaver, oh, I was fed up with the sea. When I was just a shaver. When I went aloft through the lubber's hole, the mate, he cried, Lord damn your soul, you do, my son, what you bloody well told. When I was just a shaver, oh, I was fed up with the sea. When I was just a shaver. And when we lolloped the round Cape Horn, I'd wish to hell I'd never been born. I fell asleep, I felt like a sheep with his wool all shorn. When I was just a shaver, oh, I was fed up with the sea. When I was just a shaver. Oh, we left behind the ice and rain, and once more to the tropics we came. The mate came hazing me once again. When I was just a shaver, oh, I was fed up with the sea. When I was just a shaver. When we made port, well, I skipped ship. I'd had enough for one bloody trip. I stayed ashore and never more ship. When I was just a shaver, oh, I was fed up with the sea. When I was just a shaver, oh, I was fed up with the sea. When I was just a shaver.
I love that. That's great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Fred. Thanks for that. We're going to have one more from Bounding Main because they have to leave early. Then we'll hear from Lynn and Ian, then AJ, then Doug, Richard, Jerry, and Joseph. We'll try to keep that moving along. Again, please make donations at the next half hour. I'll be giving away 4 or 5 more gifts, but we need more people to give. We're doing great, but this is awesome. I will post the donation link in the chat again. I will also post the address email in the chat so folks can take care of that. Send us their mailing addresses to receive their gifts. I'm going to shut up now because I want to hear Bounding Main Harmonies one last time. Bounding Main, are you there? We can jump ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lynn and Ian, why don't you guys go now, and then we'll. Oh no, Bounding Main is back. Here they are.
Yes. Sorry, we were not ready.
Okay. Do one more, because I know you guys have to leave.
One more?
Yeah.
All right, do I introduce
something with harmony? That would be nice.
Oh, thank God! That's our whole repertoire.
We'll try something new. We're going to do some a cappella harmonies, so that's all right. So this is a song called "Sugar in the Hold," and we did a little research. There were 3 ships that sailed under the moniker J.M. White. There was one that really did catch fire. It was hauling black powder and passengers together for some reason, and she burned to the waterline. So we've added a verse to the song to really celebrate the clerk who raised the alarm and saved so many lives, but then, of course, lost his own. So this is our version of Sugar in the Hold. I wish I was in Mobile Bay, screwing cotton all of the day. Still I'm stowing sugar in the hole below, 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 below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Now the JM white, she's a new boat. Stem to stern, she's tied and tied. Any boat on the Northern side, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Then the engineer shouts through his trumpet, tell the maid we've got bad news. Can't get steam for the fire in the flue, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Then the clerk roars out, save these poor souls. Fire's blazing, we gotta go. There's powder in the magazine, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Then the captain's out on the quarterdeck, scratching away his old back. He calls out, heave the larboard lead, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Oh, oh, oh. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. In the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Oh, oh, oh. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole, stowing sugar in the hole, stowing sugar in the hole below.
Hey, Bounding Main, a cappella. I love that. I'm going to sing a cappella later, so I'm glad you gave me a high bar. Appreciate that. That was wonderful. And again, Bounding Main, before you run away, how do people find your music? Tell me again. Email, whatever, website?
Boundingmain.com.
How simple. How simple. Up next.
I posted it in the chat.
Okay, good. Excellent. Thank you. Lynn and Ian Shevel. Thank you for your patience, my friend.
You're very welcome. Hello, good evening. Or good afternoon for you. Good evening for us. This is the Malvinas. I passed through Portsmouth. I've heard a young woman lamenting her husband one morning in May, for his body lay cold in the far South Atlantic, down at the bottom of San Carlos Bay. Like thousands of kids out of Belfast and Brixton, the dole or the army, the choices were few. No money for hospitals, schools, or for factories, but millions to spend on the red, white, and blue. Why was he sent to that cold, barren island to lay down his life halfway round the world? There's nothing but sheep and a few hundred people. Were we really that bothered whose flag was unfurled? Down in the seas of the far South Atlantic, black oil in plenty lies close to the shore. Did he know that he died for the city of London? Like vultures they wait for the spoils of war. Once more the old cry is for Queen and for country. Like Suez and Cyprus, we've heard it before. How long will they cling to that cold, barren island? How many more lives will be wasted in war? As I passed through Portsmouth, I heard a young woman lamenting her husband one morning in May, for his body lay cold in the far South Atlantic, down at the bottom of San Carlos Bay. It's by Dave Rogers. Thank you.
That was lovely. Now I have Ian listed here. Ian, you want to do a song too, or we're going to move ahead?
No, I'd like to do it if you don't mind.
Well, Ian will do a song, and then I think we'll go with Larry Kaplan, AJ Wright, so 2 featured artists, then Doug Richard, Jerry Joseph, whatever we got here. But we'll start with Ian. Go ahead.
Okay, this one comes from the Humber Estuary in England, from the deep sea trawling fleet that was based there mainly in Hull and Grimsby. And this is written by Linda Kelly from Hull. Took it farewell, I'll bid adieu. I will return to her no more. Her mighty swell, her sea fret chill, her barren Greenland shore. Dark threatening skies, relentless seas. It's not in my heart to stay. No fond goodbyes inside of me. No words are left to say. We've plundered this unholy ground. All hiding places have been found. We'll fish her raw till there's no more. Then we'll return to England. Amidst the fierce and brutal rain, our rigging battered by the squall, the piercing screech of seabird cries drowns out the watchman's call. Night falling fast, the wake begins. Our trap is set, our nets are cast. All hands on deck to haul her in. The prize is here at last. And as we make that final pull, our nets are landed brimming full. We'll turn her round and homeward bound. We'll return to England. We set our course through wind and hail. the mighty force of deadly storm. In driving rain, our fortunes pale. No beacon guides us home. But as our catch is safe inside, our ice-packed harvest held secure, we'll trim our hatch, southeast we'll glide to once familiar shores. And as the sunrise warms the day, thank God we'll soon be on our way. We'll turn her round and homeward bound, we'll sail home to England.
Nicely done, Ian. Thank you. Okay, we've had a slight shift in scheduling right now. It's going to keep going this way because we're dealing with time factors. That was great. First of all, I want to again say, you know, we're using this as an opportunity to raise money to keep the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival alive and running. And so we've done really well so far. We've raised $610, which has been matched by our anonymous donors. So we have over $1,200 already raised, and that's great. And I'll be doing another drawing in about 10 minutes for more of these wonderful gifts. And I hope at that same time, we can share the screen again, Jeff, with the logos and let those run so people can see who's supporting us. I have put on I've put the link to the donation page in the chat, and I've also listed the info at Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, the email address. Anybody who's given over $25 or over should send us their mailing address because they're getting something. And those of you who've won gift cards or gift certificates should send us your mailing address to that as well. All right, I'm going to shut up now because AJ, one of my favorite people in the world, and Anais, how are you? And welcome. And let's hear your beautiful music. After AJ will be Larry, then Doug, then Ron and Natalie, then Richard, Jerry, and Joseph. And I hope that's our schedule for the moment. Hi, AJ, off your mute, please.
Hi. All right. How's it sound? I'm gonna do one of probably my tied for favorite shanty. And there's two versions of this that are really commonly done. And because I don't hear you, I don't have to teach you all exactly which version that I'm doing. You're just gonna have to figure it out. There's some that's bound for New York town and some that's bound for France. Heave away, me Johnnies, heave away. And there's some that's bound for the Bengal Bay to teach them whales a dance. Heave away, me Johnny boys, we're all bound to go. Oh, our pilot, he's a-waiting for the turning of the tide. Heave away, me Johnnies, heave away. And it's then me girls will be gone again with the good and westerly wind. Heave away, me Johnny boys, we're all bound to go. So farewell to you, me Kingston girls, farewell St. Andrew's docks. Heave away, me Johnnies, heave away. If ever we come back again, we'll make your cradles rock. Heave away, me Johnny boys, we're all bound to go. So come all of you hard weather sailing lads that round the Cape of Storms. Heave away, me Johnnies, heave away. And be sure your boots and oilskins or you'd wish you'd never been born. Heave away, me Johnny boys, we're all bound to go.
One of my favorite people, one of my favorite shanty singers, AJ Wright. Thank you, Anais, very much. Great song. Larry Kaplan, off in the UK. Let's get one more from you. Again, our featured artist, we need to know, Anais, Larry, you know, how people find your music, that sort of thing. So, you know, put it in the chat. Let us know. That'd be great. Larry, what do you have for us, my friend?
Well, this is a song about the Hudson's Bay Company, which we think of today as a big department store in Canada, but it started off as a delivery service, a maritime provider of goods and needs and services for the islands and the northern towns in Labrador, Greenland, and beyond. The Hudson's Bay Company primarily was two big ships to start with, and they grew a bit, then morphed into the land version of the department store. I got this story from Mary McMillan, the wife of Donald McMillan, who skippered the Bowden for many, many years. Miriam had a knack of collecting songs by just listening to people tell stories, and she would write them down and put them in a book called Green Seas and White Ice, I guess the name of the book is. It's probably hard to find now, but it's just filled with stories, and one of those caught my eye. So this is called the Hudson's Bay Company. I'll tell you, it's got a punchline in there that some people might take offense to, and it's nothing meant as any harm, but I did make the mistake of playing it in a school that I ran into at a festival in Ohio. Didn't notice that it was a parochial school, and at the end of the song, the Mother Superior was waiting for me to scold me to never come to that school again. So I hope I'll be more welcome with this this company. This is called Hudson's Bay Company, or the Wreck of the Bay Rupert. Oh, the Hudson's Bay Company run ships in the summertime, and they stock the stores of the Labrador, and they stock them full for the winter time. Bay Rupert sailed in 28, bound down for Baffin Land. But to get to Hopedale, don't you know, you'd be better off by land. Oh, they got no charts for the Labrador. All you hear is stay away, for it's rocks and ice, dark as hell at night from old Jack Lane's way. The Broomfield Bay, they've got wooden ships, steaming ships, they got frozen men below. Mountains right beneath your keels, for God's sake don't you go. She had shoes and coffee, boots and tea, she had butter, pipes and bridles, sleeping bags and saddle soap, and she brought a gross of Bibles. She was open wide, pushing through the tide, when she hit them granite rocks. Both her ends went down with a mighty sound, and her middle opened up. Oh, they got no charts for the Labrador. All you hear is stay away, for it's rocks and ice, dark as hell at night from old Jack Lane's way. The Broomfield Bay, they got wooden ships, steaming ships, they got frozen men below. Mountains right beneath your keels, so for God's sake don't you go. It was Sunday when that ship went down, and the town was all to prayer. No missionary ministers or the words of God could have kept them there. All's lost, the captain cried, and we'll never sail the more. All's found, yelled the Inuit as they waited by the shore. Oh, they got no charts for the Labrador. All you hear is stay away, for it's rocks and ice, dark as hell at night from Jack Lane's way. To Bromfield Bay, they got wooden ships, steaming ships, they got frozen men below. Mountains right beneath your keels, so for God's sake don't you go. When the tide come in, all's goods to two, and they saved them from the sea. And they said it's great doing business with the Hudson's Bay Company. They had shoes and coffee, boots and tea, butter, pipes and bridles. They had sleeping bags and saddle soap, but to hell with all them Bibles. Oh, they got no charts for the Labrador. All you hear is stay away, for it's rocks and ice, dark as hell at night from Jack Lane's way. The Bromfield Bay, they got wooden ships, steaming ships, they got frozen men below. Mountains right beneath your keels, so for God's sake don't you go. They've got mountains right beneath your keel, so for God's sake, don't you go.
All right. Yes, Larry Kaplan. Larry, could you share with us how people can find your music and so that sort of thing?
Yeah, all of it's now being carried by the Smithsonian Folkways collection. That's part of the transition of folk legacy records. But most of my CDs, 6 of them at least, are now available through Smithsonian. They do sell individual songs as well as entire albums. So I'm in good company in that group, and I now join the ranks of Mr. Rogers' Sweater and Dorothy's Ruby Slippers and the first Volkswagen. But Smithsonian's going to be here for a while, so you can get it through their website.
Thank you very much, Larry. Thank you very much. After we do this next round of drawings, Doug Higgins will be up, and then Ron and Natalie. Richard, are you here? Richard Nestler. If you're not, Jerry's next after that, and then Joseph Morneau. But if you're here, wave your hand and yell. And then we got a bunch more coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I got some drawings to do. First of all, I want to announce that we now are almost $700 collected today, which means almost $1,400. You will notice on the screen that Jeff is running our PowerPoint again of all of our different sponsors from the area, and we're going to run some drawings right now. And let's see who we have here. I'm going to draw. Bill Lehrman. Bill, are you here? Bill Lehrman just won. I know what you won, Bill, and you can tell me if that's fine with you. The gift certificate from the Spice Tea Exchange in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. A lot of these places have websites, so even if you're millions of miles away, you can use the gift card to get something sent to you. Bill and Lehrman, Carol Pearson, the Spice Tea Exchange, a gift certificate, Spice Tea Exchange in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Please make sure you send your mailing address to info@pmfest.org. And again, I will post that in the chat when we're done. Another drawing here.
Hey, Nick, I am here. And
oh, Bill, there you are.
Just took a minute to get unmuted, if you know that bit.
You got tea here. You got tea exchange, Spice Tea Exchange.
We'll take it.
Congratulations. All right. Cliff Abrams just got something. I drew something for Cliff. And Cliff, what are you interested in? We got Cliff, where are you in the world, by the way? Cliff never tells me anything. I see you, Cliff. You got to unmute there, my friend.
Greenwich, Connecticut.
Where are you?
Greenwich, Connecticut.
Oh, Greenwich, Connecticut's a lovely spot. Well, you, my friend, I figure you'll be able to get to Portsmouth from then.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you just won a gift certificate to Ireland on the Square.
Perfect.
Ireland on the Square, Cliff Abrams. Perfect. And you'll get that. Please, again, send your mailing address to info@pmffest.org, and I'll post that in a bit. Drawing again. Oh, there's an old friend. Amanda Finn. Amanda just won. And Amanda just won. Oh, this is great for your Christmas shopping for your family. Danforth Pewter gift certificate, Amanda. Danforth Pewter gift certificate. And so that you're welcome, Amanda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm surviving. And I'm actually sitting here in the radio station despite my maritime background because their Wi-Fi is so much better than mine. Let's see, another drawing here, Fred Winkle, who performed. Fred, you are a distance away, I understand. Where's Fred? Well, Fred Winkle, I know is a distance away, and that's fine. Fred, if you're still there, I'm sending you, if I can find your address, I'm sending you an Amazon gift certificate, Fred. So I hope that works for you. And let's see, one more drawing. I'm just going through this. Jody Tarr. Jody, are you there? You can unmute and say you're there. Jody, where are you in the world, Jody Tarr? We're having a great time here. We're flashing those.
I am here. I don't know if you can hear me, but I am here.
I can hear you. Where are you?
I am in Connecticut.
Lovely spot. Well, Jody, let me see which one we got. Okay, are you going to be able to get up to Portsmouth?
I am. I have a wonderful aunt who lives in Rye and is a part of the PMFF. So.
Well, you just got, we're working on here. You sound like a healthy person. You just got a gift certificate to the Works, a health food place. And you got Jody Tarr, the Works Health Food. So that's, we're set at this point. We got more gifts coming in. I am going to post once again the exciting spot for setting donations, the link for donations. And we're doing really well. And then we'll another one of Gail's ringers. Yes. And we're doing really well. I'll post for donations. But right now, Doug Higgins with Ron and Natalie afterwards. Doug Higgins, go ahead.
Thank you. It is Huggins, by the way. Huggins with you, but that's okay. That's a common mistake. This one is set on Malta, so you'll hear the words Daiso. Daiso is the bum boat or the water taxi that takes the sailors back to their ships. I went down to Sammy's bar, hey, the last boats are leaving by the shore at Pieta, call away the Daiso. And my real love, she was there, hey, the last boats are leaving. There was sand all in our hair, call away the Daiso. How did sand get in your hair? Hey, the last boat are leaving. Darling Johnny put it there, call away the Daiso. Been with Johnny all the day, hey, the last boats are leaving down at Gantafia Bay, call away the Daiso. He's a better man by far, hey, the last boats are leaving, 'cause he's got a Yankee car, call away the Daiso. I went out from Sammy's bar, hey, the last boat are leaving. Had to hire a Yankee car, call away the Daiso. 14 days I drank no wine, hey, the last boat are leaving. Saving for that gal of mine, call away the Daiso. Then one day in Paula Square, hey, the last boat are leaving. At a paper I did stare, call away the Daiso. Johnny tried a hairpin bend, hey, the last boat are leaving. For my love it was the end, call away the Daiso. I'm gone back to Sammy's bar, hey, the last boats are leaving. I don't need no Yankee car. Call away the dice-o.
Bravo, bravo. Love the sound, love the voice on that. That was terrific. All right,
Thank you.
coming up, that was Doug Huggins, by the way. I apologize, Doug. I can't read my own handwriting. Ron and Natalie, where are you guys? I saw you earlier. Ron and Natalie. I know you're here. You have to unmute and find us. Well, while we're waiting for Ron and Natalie, I'm going to remind folks that I have put the donation link finally properly in the chat, as well as information. Anybody who's given a donation of $25 or more, anybody who's won a gift certificate, should send their mailing addresses to info@pmffest.org, because y'all getting something. All right, Ron and Natalie, are you with us yet? If not, we can jump ahead to the next artists, who are let's see who we got here. Richard, are you here? Last chance for Richard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jerry Corbo. Did I pronounce that right, Jerry?
You did.
Corbo. Okay, that's cool. Jerry Corbo, you're up. We'll squeeze Ron and Natalie in, and then Joseph Murnau as they join us. Go for it, my friend.
All righty. This comes from the singing of Ewan McCall. Is of a pretty female, as you may understand, her mind being bent for rambling unto some foreign land. She dressed herself in sailor's clothes, or so it does appear, and she hired with the captain to serve him for a year. The captain's wife, she being on board, she seemed in great joy to think the captain had engaged such a handsome cabin boy. And now and then she'd slip him a kiss, and she'd have liked to toy, but 'twas the captain found out the secret of the handsome cabin boy. Her cheeks, they were like roses, and her hair rolled in a curl. The sailors often smiled and said, "He looked just like a girl." But eating of the captain's biscuit, his color did destroy, and the waist did swell of little Nell, the handsome cabin boy. 'Twas in the Bay of Biscay our gallant ship did plough. One night among the sailors was a fearful flurry and row. They tumbled from their hammocks, for their sleep it did destroy, and they sworn about the groaning of the handsome cabin boy. "Oh, doctor dear, oh, doctor," the cabin boy did cry, "my time has come, I am undone and surely I will die. The doctor came a-running and smiling at the fun. To think a sailor lad should have a daughter or a son. The sailors, when they saw the joke, they all did stand and stare. The child belonged to none of them, they solemnly did swear. The captain's wife, she says to him, my dear, I wish you joy, for 'tis either you or me's betrayed the handsome cabin boy. Now sailors, take your tot of rum and drink success to trade, and likewise to the cabin boy who was neither man nor maid. Here's hoping the wars don't rise again, our sailors to destroy, and here's hoping for a jolly lot more like the handsome cabin boy. Hoping the wars don't rise again, our sailors to destroy, and here's hoping for a jolly lot more like the handsome cabin boy. Yes, here's hoping for a jolly lot more like the handsome cabin boy.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Jerry. Thank you so much. Ron and Natalie here yet? Just asking the question because we're going to ask the lineup right now. Joseph Morneau, Benoit, please don't make me pronounce your last name. My French is not that good. My late mother's French was fluent, but not mine. Linz Moran, that's what I have up next. I know there are others on the list that Jamie and Persis and everyone Kate are putting together right now. But right now we have Joseph Morneau, Benoit Lemiègre, is that right? Ooh. Linz Moran and Ron and Natalie, when they get here, will time in. But there's my old friend, Joseph. Talk to us, my friend.
How's everybody? This is a song from Anna Infant of Australia that was taught to me by, handed to me by Cliff Haslam, who wanted to sing the song. We prepared it and then COVID kind of sidelined it. So we just started to revive it, and I'll give it to you now. Is the box all right? Not too loud? Good. All of the people are sailing, going away on the sea. From my window I see the ships leaving, pulling away from the quay. Strangers and friends on the jetty, under the dockyard lights. Some of them smiling, but some of them crying and hiding their tears in the night. And the ships go down past my door, and I wish I was sailing away from the long, cold Liverpool nights and the long, cold Liverpool days. I once had a friend in Australia. She said she would wait there for me, but she wrote in a letter she'd found someone better, and that was the way it must be. And the dark water tugged at the quayside, reflecting the dockyard lights. So I turned from the ships and I walked back again to the dark, cold Liverpool nights. and the ships go down past my door, and I wish I was sailing away from the dog called Liverpool nights and the long cold Liverpool days. I have read about beautiful countries where the sun shines bright all the day, where brown-skinned people will greet you with smiles and December comes in like the May. And I know that one day I will go on a ship that will take me away from the long cold Liverpool nights and the long cold Liverpool days. And the ships go down past my door, and I wish I was sailing away from the long cold Liverpool nights and them long cold Liverpool days. All of the people are sailing, going away on the sea. From my window I see the ships leaving, pulling away from the quay. Strangers and friends on the jetty, under the dockyard lights. Some of them crying, but some of them smiling and hiding their tears in the night. And I know that one day I will go on a ship that will take me away from the long cold Liverpool nights and them long cold Liverpool days. And the ships go down past my door, and I wish I was sailing away from the long cold Liverpool nights and them long cold Liverpool days.
Joseph Morneau. That was wonderful, Joseph. Thank you. We've had some great music, and we've still got, my goodness, hour and a half to go or so, and in about 5 more minutes. Someone's asked, Joseph, Doug asked on chat, what's the name of the song?
Liverpool Nights. I'll post up a link to our page on that.
That's terrific. Thank you very, very much. We're having a great time tonight. We're checking on who's going to show up and all that, and things are going well. We're raising some good money to keep the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival going, and I'll be doing another drawing in a few minutes. I just want to remind folks that the donation link is posted and will be posted again in the chat. As a matter of fact, I'm doing that right now, and we could, of course, use your support. Thank you for everyone who supported so far. For some of you who came in late, I'm reminding you, every donation of $25 or more, and you get a little model of the USS Constitution, old metal plated sides, courtesy of Chris Madden. A donation of $50 or more, and you get a copy of Chris Madden's wonderful sea shanty album, Shower Shanties, either hard version or digital download, and we'll talk about that. Of course, every half hour I do drawings. And so far, almost everyone who's donated has won something. There's only a couple who haven't. I'm not including our board members yet, although I might stick us in there. Who knows? We have a lot to give away, and we have some great donations from folks from around the Portsmouth area. We've even got some other kinds of gift cards as well. And yes, Chris, I know you're not responsible for the Constitution models, but we'll make you mail them out. So anyhow, next up is Benoit. Benoit, please tell me how to pronounce your last name. I will feel so much better about that. Benoit, you got to unmute yourself, my friend.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
And how do you pronounce it?
My name?
Yes, Benoit.
Lemiègre.
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 Benoit Lemiègre. Merci. Très bien. Benoit will sing. I think Lynn's is going to be a little late, so AJ will sing after Benoit. We'll see if we get Ron and Natalie in. And then, of course, there's a few more people in the list that I'll be getting to as soon as I hear from them. Oh, here we go. Marie France will be after either Lynn's or AJ, depending on who's where. But right now, we're in our French mode. Benoit, go for it, my friend.
Okay. Well, I sing you a song about a sailing ship, a fishing ship that leaves the harbor of Toulon for fishing purpose and meets very hard conditions at sea. The sails are torn, the mast is broken, so it's very difficult. And at last, the captain of an English vessel come and helps them to come back safely to Toulon, to the harbor of Toulon. Sorry, my English is very poor. Quand nous partîmes de Toulon pour faire la pêche aux poissons, nous étions... Non, trop bas. Quand nous partîmes de Toulon pour faire la pêche aux poissons, nous étions notre équipage 17 jeunes matelots qui ne craignaient pas l'orage, la mer, ces terribles flots. Nous n'étions pas montés à bord, que nous pensions tous à la mort. Embrassons nos bonnes amies que nous aimions si tendrement. Notre pauvre cœur qui soupire leur dit adieu en pleurant. Le capitaine qui pleurait parlant à sa bien-aimée. Oh mamie, ma douce amie, implore le Dieu d'amour qu'il nous conserve la vie, nous ramène auprès de vous. Nous n'avions pas fait 600 lieues qu'entre la mer et les cieux. On entend tonner le tonnerre, tout le ciel est en clarté. Matelot, que faut-il faire? Voilà notre bateau percé. Voilà toutes nos voiles perdues et notre grand mât rompu. Matelot, prenons courage, forçons notre bâtiment. Voilà la mer qui abonde, à la pompe il faut pomper. Celui qui nous a sauvés, c'est un capitaine anglais, naviguant sur la Rochelle, faisant sonner carillon. La tempête nous ramène tout droit au port de Toulon. La tempête nous ramène tout droit au port de Toulon. Voilà le bout. That's the end.
Bon.
Merci.
Well, as soon as we do our next round of drawings, AJ will perform, and followed by Marie-France, and I hope we'll get to Ron and Natalie and to Lynn's, and we also have some of our board members are going to sing. We can also, oh, someone just sent me another list. All right. Oh, and Jamie's going to sing. I love Jamie's voice, so we'll make that work. And I'm just checking everything else now. Hold on. I'm jumping around here. We have drawings to do. I want to thank folks. We're well over $700, heading towards $800, which is, again, up to $1,000 gets matched by our anonymous donor. And this is so important to us because, you know, a couple of years ago was the last Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. And then, of course, we wanted to bring it back, but COVID intervened. And we're so looking forward to the day we can sing together. This year's Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival will be hybrid. There'll be a virtual element, but also a live stage in Portsmouth and some great celebration when we can get together. I have drawings. Let's see. I just got a message from Storm. Storm, check with Jamie or Persis. Names are coming up on the list slowly but surely as we go through it. We have some drawings here. Let's see what I got. I'm going to draw. I dropped it. I have to close my eyes if I dropped it. There we go. Oh, Bill Dunlap. Bill Dunlap, you just won something, Bill. Bill, are you fond of ice cream, Bill? Tell me, I know you're there. You can unmute and say, I love ice cream, or you can tell me I want nothing to do with ice cream. Well, somebody in your family must, Bill, because you just won a gift certificate to Annabelle's Ice Cream in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I'm sure when everybody else is singing, you'll be off with a nice cone and enjoying yourself. Another drawing. Nicole Horahan, are you there? You just won something. Let's see what, Nicole, I think that it would do nice to see some jewelry. So Nicole, you just won a gift certificate at the Village Silversmith. Are you happy now?
All I'm gonna buy is rocks. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know, and they'll roll just for you. Okay.
All right, I guess all that hoofing it around Portsmouth paid off.
Yeah, it did. Well done, Nicole. I'm moving along here. I'm checking more. One more now. The drawing. David Gage. He's smiling. It's his. Let's see, David. David looks like he needs some reinforcement. So, David, I'm giving you a gift certificate to Bennett's Sandwich Shop. There we go. David Gage.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Bennett's Sandwich Shop. Thank you, David. And you guys are set. And I'm going to take a little break from that now. I'm going to ask our people lining folks up. I know there's some folks who have yet to get on the list. At least I haven't seen their names. But right now, we're going to have AJ. And then we're going to have, we just had Benoit. We're going to have AJ. And then Ron and Natalie, if then they shut up, then Marie-France. Then Rob and Jamie, and we'll get some more people in line. AJ, are you there, my friend?
I am.
AJ, your French isn't bad, but his is better. What do you have for it?
Not a shanty, but a song that I learned very small but didn't start singing until recently. As I walked out on a bright May morning to view the fields and to take the air down by the banks of the sweet primroses, there I beheld a most lovelike fair. 3 short steps I stepped up to her, not knowing her as she passed me by. I stepped up to her, thinking to view her. She appeared to me just like some virtuous bride. I said, fair maid, where can you be going? And what's the occasion of all your grief? I'll make you as happy as any lady, if you could grant to me some small relief. Stand off, you're a false deceiver. You are a false, deceitful man, I say. It's you that's caused my poor heart to wander, and to give me comfort is all in vain. Now I'll go down to some lonesome valley, where no man on earth can e'er me find, where the pretty little small birds do change their voices, and every moment blows blusterous wind. So come all young men that go a-sailing, pray pay attention to what I say, for there's many a dark and a cloudy morning turns out to be a sunshiny day.
Wow, you have the most beautiful voice, Anaïs. Thank you so much.
Bravo,
Thank you
Anaïs.
so much. You see, your French fans are chiming in too. That's terrific, and sounds great. Thank you to Larry Kaplan, who is on his way out, but we will see him in September. I think that's a song. All right, Marie-France, please join us.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to sing a capstan chantey. I'm just sending explanations and the chorus for you on the chat. It's the bulb. It's a story not dissimilar. Can you do something? Not dissimilar. Sorry, we've got a problem with a LED bulb here. It's a story not dissimilar to Benoit's song, in that the ship called Le Grand Coureur, a corsair, is a privateer. Nearly as soon as he leaves the port, a storm comes and breaks his mast. So they repair it, and they hardly recover that an English ship arrives. Luckily for them, fog then comes down, and according to the version, either they're saved by the fog, or they save anyway, or either they escape thanks to the fog, or the English ship escaped them thanks to the fog. And it carries on by saying they hardly got anything, they hardly found anything, and they end up starving, nearly starving to death, go back to the port and sink just before the port, but everybody finds a way of saving themselves. It's a very long song, so I'll skip the end from the time they're starving. Oh, for those who want to know, I'm from Belgium, but I've been here in England for more than 40 years, despite the accent. Le corsaire, le grand coureur, c'est un navire de malheur. Quand il s'en va en croisière pour aller chasser l'anglais, le vent, la mer et la guerre tournent contre le français. Allons les gars, gai, gai, allons les gars, gaiement. Il est parti de l'Orient avec Melbert et Bonvent. Il cinglait bâbord armure, naviguant comme un poisson. Un grain tombe sur sa mâture, voilà le corsaire en ponton. Allons les gars, gai, gai, allons les gars, gaiement. Il nous fallut remater et bougrement bourlinguer. Tandis que l'ouvrage avance, on signale par tribord. Un arrive d'apparence à mantelet de sabord. Allons les gars, gai, gai, allons les gars, gaiement. C'était un Anglais vraiment, à double rangée dedans. Un marchand de mort subite, mais le Français n'a pas peur. Au lieu de prendre la fuite, nous le rangeons à l'honneur. Allons les gars, gai, gai, allons les gars, gaiement. Ses boulets sifflent sur nous, nous lui rendons coup sur coup. Tandis que la barbe en fume à nos braves matelots, nous voilà pris dans la brume, nous échappons aussitôt. Allons les gars, gai, gai, allons les gars, gaiement. Nos prises au bout de 6 mois ont pu se monter à 3. Un navire plein de patates, plus qu'à moitié chaviré. Un deuxième de savates, un troisième de fumier. Allons les gars, gai, gai, allons les gars, gaiement. Pour finir ce triste sort, nous venons périr au port, dans cette affreuse misère, quand chacun s'est vu perdu, chacun selon sa manière, s'est sauvé comme il a pu. Allons les gars, gais, gais, allons les gars, gaiement. Thank you.
It was also nice to see Jamie on the bones.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Bravo, bravo Marie-France.
Merci.
Merci, Benoit.
France. Very nice. All right. What I have coming up now, we have next in line, Jamie. Jamie's one of our, I want to take a moment to thank all the people who are working so hard behind the scenes to make this happen. Gail Finn, who has been keeping us, Gail, with Nicole's help, has been scouring the world for these gift cards. Chris Madden, our wonderful president. And Gail is also our secretary. Jamie and Kate and Persis, who are making sure that there is a lineup here tonight. Also, Jeff and Rob, who have kept us technically at least not too frustrated. But without these folks, we wouldn't be able to put together the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival this year. We're a brand new board and we're having a great deal of fun. I also want to thank those who've given so far. We're doing pretty well, but we could use some more. We still have another, I think, by my math, another $260, $61 that could be matched. And there may be an additional match gift. So giveaway, my friends, again, if you give $25 or more, we will send you a little model of the USS Constitution. If you about $50 or more, we'll see if Chris Madden can get his CD to you. Then we're going to we have these drawings. We've had some wonderful sponsorships, which I'll go through next time around. But we still have probably a half a dozen or more gift cards to give away. You make any kind of donation, you get put into the drawing for that. We can use your help to make this work. I'm going to shut up now because Jamie is going to perform, followed by Linz Moran, AJ, and then I'll have to see who's coming up. I just got a chat here. Let's see, Jamie, Linz Moran, AJ, then Joseph Morneau again, and then, oh my God, who is that guy? Oh, me. But Jamie, go ahead.
All right, here we go. Our anchors aweigh and our sails are all set. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, and the folks we are leaving we'll never forget. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, me darling. Goodbye, me dear. Oh, bold Riley, oh, bold Riley. Goodbye, me sweetheart. Goodbye, me dear. Oh, bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Wake up, Mary Ellen, and don't look so glum. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley. By White Stocking Day, you'll be drinking hot rum. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, me darling. Goodbye, me dear. Oh, bold Riley, oh, bold Riley. Goodbye, me sweetheart. Goodbye, me dear. Oh, bold Riley, oh, has gone away. The rain, it does rain all the day long. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, and the northerly wind, it does blow so strong. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, me darling, goodbye, me dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, goodbye, me sweetheart, goodbye, me dear. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Get cracking, we're outward bound for the Bengal Bay. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, get cracking, me boys, it's a hell of a way. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, me darling, goodbye, me dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, goodbye, me sweetheart, goodbye, me dear. Bold Riley,
What am I not
oh,
doing?
has gone away.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you. One of my favorite songs.
Thank you, sir.
That was outstanding. Is Linz Moran here yet? I didn't see Linz on Zoom. I hope she shows up soon. AJ, that could mean you and Joseph and then me. And then I know there's some others on the list that have been coming through. We'll go AJ, Linz, if she's here by 4:17, according to this, but it's already 4:20. Joseph, me. We hope Ron and Natalie will be able to join us. I know there's other folks. If you want to get into the list, or maybe you feel you've been missed from the list, go to chat and put it for everyone, and then put singer in there so they can get you going. We got a lot of time. We got a lot of great stuff going on. We have passed the $800 mark, and we're doing really well tonight. But again, we have about $194 that will still be matched, and I think we may have an additional match coming after that. Feel free to give to support to keep this festival going, because we have a lot of fun and we know you do as well. AJ?
All right. I was expecting a little more time in between because I'm just going to do another Copper Family song.
Why can't I hear this?
Somebody is unmuted.
Yeah, please mute, please. Thank you.
Another Copper Family song, Broken Token song without a broken token in it. And
yeah, I'll be in a minute.
You're not buzzing. And I highly encourage charades on this one. It's really good for that. 'Twas on one summer's evening, all in the month of May, down by a flowery garden where Betsy she did stray, I overheard this young maid in sorrow to complain, all for her absent lover who ploughs the raging main. I stepped up to this fair maid and I put her in surprise. I own she did not know me, I being all in disguise. Says I, my charming creature, my joy and heart's delight, how far have you to travel this dark and rainy night? Away, kind sir, to the cloudy banks, if you will please to show pity a poor girl distracted, it's there I have to go. I am in search of a young man, and Johnny is his name, and on the banks of Claudy I'm told he do remain. If Johnny he were here this night, he would keep me from all harm. He's a cruising the wide ocean in tempest and in storm. He's a cruising the wide ocean for honor and for gain. But I'm told his ship got wrecked all on the coast of Spain. When Betsy heard this dreadful news, she fell into despair, a wringing of her hands and a tearing of her hair. Since Johnny has gone and left me, no man on earth I'll take, but on the banks of Claudy I'll wander for his sake. When Johnny, hearing her say so, he could no longer stand, he fell into her arms crying, Betsy, I'm the man. I am that faithful young man, and whom you thought was slain. And since we've met on Claudy banks, we'll never part again.
What an amazing voice. That was A.J. Wright. Lindsay, you here? I didn't see you. I have now a valid list. Things get a little confusing. We're also working on the fundraising. The valid list.
Yeah,
Take a deep breath, my friend. I got to talk for a second. So Lynn's is up, then Merck, then Rob, then Lynn's again, because we love her. Storm, Joseph, then me. And if you want to sing, put your name in the chat for everyone and say singer. All right. I have done that. We're still raising money. I'll put the donation link in the chat one more time. And then after we hear from Linz and Merck, I'll do another drawing, I think, to see how we get going. But we need your help, and this is working so well. Friends of this kind of music, you guys are so special. Linz Moran. I just saw Linz.
Hey.
Hi.
So I'm just trying to figure out my Bluetooth mic speaker situation. That
it sounds good to me.
Sounds okay. All right, we're gonna try it. Lift him up and carry him along. Fire my ringo, fire him away. Put him down where he belongs. Fire my ringo, fire him away. Ease him down and let him lay. Fire my ringo, fire him away. Screw him down and there he'll stay. Fire my ringo, fire him away. Stow him in his soul below. Fire my ringo, fire him away. Stay he must, away he'll go. Fire my ringo, fire him away. When I get back to Liverpool town, fire my ringo, fire him away. I'll pass the line to little Sally Brown. Fire my ringo, fire him away. Sally, she's a pretty little craft. Fire my ringo, fire him away. Sharp to the fore and rounded in the aft. Fire my ringo, fire him away. A holler, let's get the hell from this hollow town. Fire, Maringo, fire away. When I get back to Liverpool town, fire, Maringo, fire him away. Stand your whiskies all around. Fire, Maringo, fire him away.
Wow. Egoing cello shanty. I love it. That was great, Linz. Thank you. Linz is coming
Thank
up
you.
again, and a couple of folks. We're going to have Merck do a song, and then I will do the next round of drawing. It would be nice to get a few more donations. We're doing really well, but you know, a donation any amount gets you into the raffle, and we got a bunch of gift certificates to give away. You can go to the link and you go to Squarespace and make a donation. We've already had, by my math, 19, 20, 21, 23 donations so far. And we have a matching gift from an anonymous donor, which will match up to $1,000. We've already got well over $800. So let's keep it going. I'm putting the link once more in the chat, because the chat sometimes moves along pretty rapidly and I miss things. But click on that and make a donation. We would love to hear from you wherever you are in the world. And let's make that work. Okay, Merck, where are you, buddy?
I'm hanging in there. It's a tough act to follow. Very tough.
Where's your cello?
Yes. I haven't been in Portsmouth in about 30 years. When I taught at Plymouth State up in the up the state there, I used to come down quite often. And now I live on the Oregon coast. So I get around. I'll sing you a song of the rolling deep, the roaring sea and the sky, of the ebb tide bell and the salt pork meal that I'll never see again. There's many's the night I lie me down to hear the defaults cry, with a melody sweet and a shantyman's beat. The stars go swimming by. Don't ask me where I've damn well been. Don't ask me what I did. For every thumb was a marlin spike, and every finger a fid. I mind the times we were becalmed, with never a breath for the sheet. The sun so hot that the water would rot, and the decking would blister your feet. And then there's the time we rounded the Horn with a cargo of silk for Cadiz. The swell rolled so high that it blacked out the sky, till the whole bloody world was a fizz. Don't ask me where I've damn well been. Don't ask me what I did. For every thumb was a marlin spike, and every finger a fid. Be it spices from Java, or copra from Yap, or a bosun to free with the cat. It's haul up that anchor and roll up that spanker, and damn it, move faster than that. I've courted the ladies from Spain's lusty land. I know where the Arab girls sleep, and the black girls as well, though they're fiercer than hell, all loved me when silver was cheap. Don't ask me where I've damn well been. Don't ask me what I did. For every thumb was a marlin spike, and every finger a fid. It's a long, long way from that young cabin boy to the old man who sits at his bench. Well, he's too old to fight or to stay out all night in the company of some pretty wench. He's an old clipper man whose best years are lost, and he knows that he'll never be free. from the smell of the tar that once braided his hair, or the scent of that tangy salt sea. Don't ask me where I've damn well been. Don't ask me what I did. For every thumb was a marlin spike, and every finger a fid. Don't ask me where I've damn well been. Don't ask me what I did. For every thumb was a marlin spike, and every finger a fid.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Merck. That was terrific. Hope you're enjoying the Oregon shore and the worst of the whatever's going on there is heading our way. But thank you very, very much. That was great. All right, I got a lineup here, and we're working on it again. Again, if you want to sing, and some of you haven't yet dove into sing, is that right? Dived into sing? Just post singer in the chat to everyone, and they'll get you on the list. I'm encouraging everyone to give, to make donations, because we want to make this work. We're doing really, really well, but I have probably $150 left in matching funds, which means the next $150 that comes in becomes $300, and that would be just terrific. I have already posted the donation link in the site, in the chat, and I'm doing it yet again. But basically, if you go to pmffest.org, our website, you will find you can click on the donate button and get through there, and it works. It's a lot of fun. I've got a couple more drawings to do. These drawings, of course, for people who have not yet won, so the numbers are smaller. Things are going really, really well. Again, I'm reminding everyone, if you make a donation of $25 or more, you get a USS Constitution model ship, a little one. And if you make a donation of $50 or more, you get a copy of Chris Madden's wonderful chantey CD. And also we have our gift certificates from the Portsmouth area and otherwise that we're giving away. If you do any of those things, $25 or more, $50 or more, a winner's gift certificate, please, please email your mailing address to info@pmffest.org. I'll post that when I'm done babbling. Let's see what I have here. Drawing. What am I drawing here? Storm, I know you're up singing. Storm, where are you in the world?
I'm in Greenfield, Massachusetts.
Well, then you're not that far away, Storm. And so I'm going to, I'm drawing out for you here. And oh my goodness. The Friendly Toast Restaurant in Portsmouth. You've got a gift certificate to the Friendly Toast Restaurant. And if you're ever in Portsmouth to check us out, stop by there and have a bite. We'll send it to you. Make sure you send to that email address, which I'll post in a bit, your mailing address to get that drawing. Janet Lerner. Janet, you get a gift as well. Janet, I know you're here. I thought I saw you a little while ago. You can tell me if you're Janet, there you are. Where are you in the world, Janet?
I'm about 15 miles northeast of Tel Aviv.
Well, you know something? I'm going to send you a gift card anyway, and you can decide who you want to send it to. I'm going to send you a gift card to the 10,000 Villages. No, Stock and Spice, because I know they have a website, and you might be able to order something from them with a gift certificate. Again, send your mailing address.
Actually, I have a sister in Maine. I'll send you her address.
That would be perfect, and I'll post that in the chat in a moment.
Okay.
That's enough for now. As we move ahead, the lineup now is Rob, Lynn's again, Storm, Joseph, me, Jeff, and again, pop yourself into singer if you want to go. And since we have another hour ahead of us, we'll get some of the board members, some of our stars. But if you have not yet sung and you want to sing, post singer in the chat to everyone, and they'll get it to you. Right now, Rob, where are you, Rob? I saw you. Where's my friend Rob?
Testing, testing, testing. Here I go.
You are testing us indeed, Rob. Go right
You
ahead.
can hear me. All right. Well, first of all, I just want to say it's been absolutely fantastic. So much wonderful talent and great songs. I was out in Lennox, Mass at the Shakespeare, King Lear last night. Highly recommended. And I had to trade off having breakfast with the missus or racing back here for this. So I cashed in a bunch of family credit, and here I came. And I'm so glad I did. All right. You hear me okay, Nick and friends? All right. So I'm going to sing the Kangaroo, or On Board the Kangaroo. I first heard this years and years ago. Somebody lent me a Planksty album in my teens. And this was, I think, maybe at the end of it. I can't honestly remember. But I've always loved this song. And one of my great memories is actually ripping on my motorcycle at some unreasonable amount of speed back out of Milford Bay back to Ireland on the old, to see the girlfriend. And whether or not she proved true in the spirit or not of the song, I'm not going to say. But I'll give this one a lash. And, it's so bizarre. I can't tell how it's coming across. So I'm trusting you, Nick, to give me a thumbs down or something if the audio is sketchy. First I was a waiter man that lived at home at ease, and now I am a mariner that ploughs the angry seas. I always loved seafaring life, and bid my love adieu, and shipped as steward and cook me boys on board the Kangaroo. Oh, I never thought she would prove false, or either prove untrue, as we sailed away through Milford Bay on board the Kangaroo. Oh, think of me, she mournfully did say, when you are in a foreign land and I am far away. And take this lucky threepenny bit, 'twill help you bear in mind of the loving, faithful, trusting heart you left in tears behind. Well, I never thought she would prove false, or either prove untrue, till we sailed away through Milford Bay on board of the Kangaroo. Cheer up, me own true love, don't weep so bitterly. She sobbed, she sighed, she choked, she cried, and couldn't say goodbye. Well, I won't be gone for very long, 'tis but a month or two, and when I will return again, of course I'll visit you. Oh, my true love, she's no foolish girl, her age it is 20, and my true love, she's no spinster, she's been married twice before. And I cannot say it was her wealth that stole my heart away. She's a starcher and a laundress for 18 pence a day, and I never thought she would prove false, or either prove untrue, as we sailed away through Milford Bay on board the Kangaroo. Our vessel, she was homeward bound from many's a foreign shore, and many's a foreign present unto my love I bore. I brought tortoises from Tenerife and ties from Timbuktu, a tiger, rattle, and a Bombay cockatoo. Well, I never thought she would prove false, or either prove untrue, till we sailed away through Milford Bay on board the Kangaroo. So paid off I sought her dwelling in a suburb of the town, where an ancient dame upon the line was hanging out her gown. Where is me love? She's married, sir, about 6 months ago, to the smart young man that drives the van for Chapping Son and Co. Well, I never thought she would prove false, or either prove untrue, till we sailed away through Milford Bay on board of the Kangaroo. So here's a health to dreams of married life, to soap, to sods and blue, heart's true lovers, patent starch, and washing soda too. I'll go unto some distant shore, no longer can I stay, and on some fancy foreign girl I'll throw myself away. I never thought she would prove false, or either prove untrue, as we sailed away through Milford Bay on board of the Kangaroo. Shinna will.
Rob, that was great. Thank you very much. I won't ask you if it was a true story, Rob, at least in your experience.
It's all varying degrees of truth.
Isn't that
someone once said to me, he said, never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Nope, absolutely not. All right. Linz is going to go again, and then Storm, then Joseph again, then me, then Jeff, and then Susan, as we cruise along here. Probably before I sing, I'll babble again about raising money and do another drawing. we have been so successful so far. Our matching gifts. Well, I'm going to throw. We got another $100 in matching gifts that have been thrown in there. So, but we're doing really, really well. Again, you make a contribution in the next hour, not quite hour. We'll be done in less than 45 minutes, and it'll be matched up to $100. And then I'll tell you at the end how much we've raised so far with all the donations. And we had a couple of earlier pledges as well. And of course, our anonymous gift matching stuff, which is just awesome. So I'm going to shut up now. I'm posting the donation link once again in the chat, and I'll turn it over to Linz.
Thanks, Nick. Cheers. This is a song I learned from Tom Lewis. The 5th of November back in 53, the old man at Dolphin Shore, he said to me, "We brought you here, boy, 'cause we want you to know we've booked you's a berth in the water below with the diesel and shale, diesel and shale. We've booked you's a berth with the diesel and shale." But when I protested, I'm no volunteer, he said we ain't got one in many's the year. So that's a wee secret between you and me. There's many's a pressed man down under the sea with the diesel and shale, diesel and shale. Down under the sea with the diesel and shale. Oh doctor, I don't think I'm well. Well, never mind, sonny, we'll very soon tell. Try holding your breath while I counts up to 3. There, that proves you're fit to go under the sea with the diesel and shale, diesel and shale. To go under the sea with the diesel and shale. I went to the storeroom to gather me rig. They gave me a sweater 10 sizes too big. Then I crawled down that boat like an old polar bear, and I says to myself, there's a smell in the air, and it's diesel and shale, diesel and shale. There's a smell in the air, and it's diesel and shale. A blast on the klaxon, a ring on the gong, and then we go down where no mortals belong. Where the air's growing bad and the bread's growing stale, they give you a nightcap of diesel and shale, diesel and shale, diesel and shale. Oh, they mix you a nightcap of diesel and shale. We circled the Med for a summer or two, where the water's so warm and the sky is so blue. At least that's what they tell me, but I wouldn't know. You don't see much sun when you're stuck down below with the diesel and shale, diesel and shale. When you're stuck down below with the diesel and shale. Oh Susie, won't you be mine? Submariners' wives have a hell of a time. Yeah, you'd live like a duchess with cash on the nail if you don't mind the smell of the diesel and shale, diesel and shale, diesel and shale. If you don't mind the smell of that diesel and shale. Then the old man at Dolphin told me at last, it's time you went back to your ship with a mast. Oh, damn. You know where to stick all your diesel and shell. Diesel and shell. Diesel and shell. You know where to stick all your diesel and shell.
Woohoo! It's all right. I ran a festival last weekend, and we were very lyrically challenged. So that was
so much harder when you're not running everything all the time. It's true.
It is. That was terrific. That was Lynn's Moran.
Thanks, Nick.
Storm, my friend, you're up. Gonna unmute. There you go.
Okay. Junction, where the river meets the sea, where the mountain meets the sky, there in silent, timeless solitude lies the breathing body I. My little house rides like a gull, high on the shore above the bay. By the slow passage of the tides, I measure out my day. There is much that life withholds, there is much that life denies. I am content, and most content, with seaward gazing eyes. My dreams sail with the tall white ships, though I shall ever bide at home. I share the blue of singing space, the bitter kiss of foam, the pageantry of storm and cloud, the mystery of the ebb and flow, the song of water as I sleep. All of these I know. No lesser joy can dim the spell of quietly enchanted hours, when the sea wore reflected stars upon her breast like flowers. Brine-scented dawns, seafaring greens, how richly these have dowered me, that I should go through all my days companioned by the sea. The poem was mine, the song is by Marjorie Howell, whoever she may be.
Thank you, Storm. Thank you. That was wonderful. I have a final lineup here because we're almost at the top of the hour, the half hour to go. Joseph Morneau, then me, then Jeff, then Susan, then Rob, and we're going to end with Chris Madden, our wonderful president, although he doesn't know it yet. That should take us to 5:30 and the end of our excitement. I will tell you right now that we're doing pretty well. We're doing very well in terms of fundraising, but I'd love to see a minimum of another, $90 or $100 popped in there. And we have one more round, maybe two more rounds of drawings. What we'll probably do is right before Chris does our closing song, I'll do the last round of drawings, but I'll do another round at the top of the hour. Where's my friend from Connecticut? Joseph.
Yeah, can I help you? All right, a Tommy Makem song. I walked the hills when rain was falling, rested by a white oak tree, heard a lark sing a high at evening, caught a moonbeam on the sea. Softly blow, ye winds of morning, sing ye winds your mournful sound. Blow ye from the earth's far corners, guide this traveler where he's bound. I helped a farmer tend his horses, heard a rippling river sing, talked to stars when night was falling, seen a primrose welcome spring. Softly blow, ye winds of morning, sing ye winds your mournful sound. Blow ye from the earth's four corners, guide this traveler where he's bound. By foreign shores my feet have wandered, heard a stranger call me friend. Every time my mind was troubled, found a smile around the bend. Softly blow, ye winds of morning, sing ye winds your mournful sound. Blow ye from the earth's four corners, guide this traveler where he's bound. There's a ship stands in the harbor, all prepared to cross the foam. Far off hills were fair and friendly, still there's fairer hills at home. Softly blow, ye winds of morning, sing ye winds your mournful sound. Blow ye from the earth's four corners, guide this traveler where he's bound. Guide this traveler where he's bound. Merci bien.
Thank you, Joseph. That was wonderful. Thank you very, very much. And now we're going to take our top of the hour break before I destroy everything with my voice. But that was just lovely. Oh, Cliff, farewell as well, my friend. That was terrific. We've got some drawings to do. I want to tell you that right now we have had the most, we've done a couple of these fundraisers, some of them in Portsmouth before, and one of them virtually last year. And this is easily the best we've done. And so I'm very pleased with that. And still, you know, we could use some more. This was great. And we're going to move ahead with some drawings here. Again, the donation link has been posted in the chat. But we've got some great gifts. We've raised over $1,000, which means we've met the match and beyond. And I've a little more is being matched as well. And we've got more gifts coming in. But I'm going to do some drawings right now. And we are sort of running out of drawing time here. Okay. Drawing. Beth Grant. Are you there, Beth? Beth Grant. I can tell you what you've won. Where are you in the world, Beth?
I'm in Connecticut.
Well, you have won a gift certificate to Ceres Bakery in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
All right.
And so again, please make sure you email your mailing address to info@pmffest.org. Don't worry, I'll post it in the chat for you.
Okay, no problem. I have a sister who lives in Rye.
Well, then she might like the bakery. That's good.
There you go.
Yeah, she's waving at you. I can see that now. Pick it again. Patricia Campbell. Patricia Campbell, are you with us? Patricia Campbell? Well, Patricia Campbell, wonderful person that she is, having made a nice donation, has just got a gift certificate to Gus and Ruby Letterpress in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And again, Patricia, get your mailing address to us at pmffest.org, info@pmffest.org. While we're not drawing trustees, I just drew an artist, but the artist gave. Anais A.J. Wright has won a gift certificate to the Portsmouth Brewery Restaurant. AJ, you know, it's enough of a gift certificate. You can take me out to lunch there. But anyway, that's awesome. AJ, the jury and brewery. And I'm going to hold off for any more drawings. Let me tell you our lineup. I will do one round of drawings at the end. The donation link, I would love to have some more donations. You know how much I love you all. So, and we still have a few donations left. We still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gift cards to give away, perhaps. And I may start drawing a second round. We'll see, but some more donations would make things wonderful. Heck, I'll take it. Of course you will, AJ. We know that. I know that as well. The donation link has just been posted once again. All right, the lineup is me, Jeff, Susan, Rob, and we will close with our beloved president, Chris Madden. But right before we close with Chris, I'll do one last round of drawing. Okay, it's my turn to sing. I have no idea if I have any voice after doing this for 2 hours plus. But it's an original song that I co-wrote, and it's a Maritime song. I cannot enter it in the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival Maritime Songwriting Competition because I run that competition. But I would ask, especially if Bill and Gina are still listening, since I trust your assessment of songs, you can tell me what I would have won. There's a story behind it. Some of you know this. I know Joseph knows it. Those of you who live in the Connecticut area or New England, I'll take a show of hands. How many of you have ever taken the ferry from New London to Long Island across the Sound? Raise your hands. Let's see hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and I do it about more than that. Oh, hi, Susan. More than that, I do it about 8 or 9 times a year. My grandmother's old house is on Long Island, and it is now co-owned by my siblings, my cousins, and I. 9 of us own the house, and so we take turns. We go out there. I got Thanksgiving this year. I'm thrilled. Anyway, as many of you may know, oh my goodness, and I have to sing. Excuse me. As many of you may know, one of the ferries, the Cape Henlopen, that takes cars and people over to Long Island from New London, began its life as an LST, a tank and troop transport delivering Allied forces to the beaches at Normandy at D-Day in June of 1944. And there's a plaque on the ferry, blue plaque with stars that tells the story of its beginnings. And there are photographs, old historical photographs in the gallery, the passenger deck. And I was inspired by that. And a couple of years ago, I wrote a short story. And the short story is narrated by a woman in her 40s who is herself an Army veteran, but whose job is now to guide the cars and the passengers on and off the ferry on its way from New London to Long Island. And it's the ferry that was the LST. And one day in the story, a 95-year-old man comes on the boat for the ride, and she discovers in conversation with him that he was there, that he was one of the sailors, the crew of that LST when they landed at Utah Beach on June 6, 1944. And I wrote that short story, and then I wrote about an 8-line chorus for a song that I thought might go with the story, just the lyrics. And I sent it out to a couple of friends, and about a month and a half ago, my friend Beth DeSombre, a couple of you know Beth, she's a wonderful singer-songwriter from Massachusetts, sent me a text that said, "Nick, check your email. We have just written a song." And she had taken my story and turned it into 3 verses. She'd written the melody, but the chorus is entirely mine. And so I'll give it a shot. I've only done it once or twice a cappella before. I changed the name of the ferry. I changed the number of the boat because it is fiction, but I did a lot of research to make sure the experiences of the ship were accurate in the story. But this isn't the story. This is the song. I gotta get it right. It was just another crossing sailing on the old Cape Mary. We take the summer tourists. I gotta start higher. It was just another crossing sailing on the old Cape Mary. We take the summer tourists from New London, cross the Sound. But this grand old ship had seen so much before she was a fairy, taking troops and tanks to Normandy to gain back Allied ground. She was there when the tracers lit the sky. She was there, saw so many brave men die. That dawn in June of 44, when each man said a prayer, the Hawk came up on Utah Beach. She was there. But on this morning's ferry, an old man came up behind me. He pointed to a plaque in blue where stars formed in a crown. And he said, the Hawk was what we sailors call this LST on that morning when we landed and my best friend was cut down. I was there when the tracers lit the sky. I was there, saw so many brave men die. That dawn in June, the Hawk came up on Utah Beach. I was there. He said that he could tell that I had also served my country. There's something in the eyes of those who've made it through a war. And he knew I'd understand why he had made this one last journey. I saluted as he disembarked and slowly walked the shore. He was there when the tracers lit the sky. He was there, saw so many brave men die. That dawn in June of 44, when each man said a prayer, the Hawk came up on Utah Beach. He was there. He was there. He was there. So that's the end of my epic. I'm going to shut up now and pass the baton on to Jeff, who's waving his hands. Jeff.
All right. Let's see. Haven't done this one in a while. Oh, have you heard the news, me Johnny? One more day. We're homeward bound today, me Johnny. One more day. Only one more day, me Johnny. One more day. Rock and roll me over. One more day. Don't you hear the old man growling? One more day. Oh, don't you hear the maid a-howling? One more day. Only one more day, me Johnny. One more day. Oh, rock and roll me over. One more day. Don't you hear the capstan pulling? One more day. Oh, don't you hear the pilot bawling? One more day. Only one more day, me Johnny. One more day. Oh, rock and roll me over. One more day. Get out your long tail blue, me Johnny, one more day. Your payday's nearly due, me Johnny, one more day. Only one more day, me Johnny, one more day. Oh, rock and roll me over, one more day. Only one more day, a-haulin', one more day. Oh, don't you hear the gals a-callin', one more day. Only one more day, me Johnny, one more day. Oh, rock and roll me over, one more day. We're homeward bound today, me Johnny, one more day. We'll leave and take our pay, me Johnny, one more day. Only one more day, me Johnny, one more day. Oh, rock and roll me over, one more day.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jeff. That was a lot of fun. Some of us were singing along. That was great. We've got two more, and then I'll do one more drawing, and then the amazing Chris Madden will guide us out with some wonderful music. I want to say thanks. Who just said goodbye? Janet, thank you so much. Stay safe. Stay be well. All right. Susan, I saw you earlier. There you are.
Hello.
Hi, Susan. What do you got for us?
So this is a song that Sheila Reynolds helped me. It was a poem and we put it to music. I discovered this when doing a genealogy exercise with my son when he was in like second grade. And I had heard there was a book called The Kellys of Cape Cod in the New Bedford Whaling Museum Library. And we had to make an appointment and we went and looked it up. And there was this poem written by my aunt who did the genealogy in like the 1970s about the whole story. So I'm gonna sing this for everyone. I hope you like it. It's called The Ballad of Our Sire O'Kelly. They sailed away from Ireland, a family of 3, leaving the old home for the other side of the sea, for the other side of the sea. The father and the mother died along the way, leaving the young lad to live on a new day, to live on a new day. Now the ship's corrupt captain took all the wealth that the family carried and kept it for himself, and kept it for himself. So coming to New England and set the lad ashore on an area called Cape Cod, wave beaten evermore, wave beaten evermore. How long he did wander, stung by the keen sea blast, I cannot tell, I only know he found friends at last, he found friends at last. As for the cruel captain, for a while on his way he went, going from crime to crime till the gallows tree he met, the gallows tree he met. The lad grew up and lived his life, then walked no more with men. Generation upon generation has passed away since then, has passed away since then. Now many are his children, and many names they own. They're scattered abroad like seeds, which varying winds have sown, which varying winds have sown. Through city, village, and farmlands, both near and far away. Some to that early dwelling place cling to this very day, cling to this very day. 'Twas there I heard the story, told by lips now under the sod, of how our Sire O'Kelly was landed on Cape Cod, was landed on Cape Cod. Thank you.
Susan, thank you so, so much. That was incredible. Thank you. Rob, and then I'll do our last set of drawings, and then Chris will lead us into the sunset. I will tell you, this is your last chance to make a donation where you are eligible for the drawings. And we have, let's see, what do we have left here? We have some nice stuff. And so I would recommend, and I'll put and once again, I am putting the donation link in the chat. I would recommend, if you have not yet given, or we have at least 2 people who have given twice, which might put them in the line for the drawing again, who knows? But I just put the donation link in there, and I'd like you to remember, this is your chance. You go to that donation link, you make a donation in any amount, and you are eligible for the drawings. You can also reward yourself with the satisfaction that you have supported this music and this festival. There aren't as many maritime festivals in the world as there used to be. I understand more will emerge again, but right now, that's us at the end of September. Chris will talk more about the actual festival before he says goodbye, but make a donation, make things happen. Rob, your show right now.
Hey, well, Nick, I'm sure others will thank you, but you're doing a tremendous job. So thank you so much. Couldn't do it without you. All right, you can hear me? All right. I will do a version, a short one here, a version of The Nightingale, one of the many nightingales. And this one I got from the singing of the fantastic singer-collector Frank Hart. So here we go. Oh, oh, woeful was the day when I was pressed to sail afar, and leave behind the girl I love in the town of Balnagar. The shady groves were my delight till I was forced to sail. You all may guess at my distress, lying in a nightingale. Oh, grief and woe that I must go and fight for England's king. I do not know his friends or foe, and war's a cruel thing. The nightingale lies near at hand, my time, alas, is brief. From purling streams and mountain rills, I part with bitter grief. No more I'll walk the golden hills with Nancy by my side, or stroll along the sun-bright rills and view my land with pride. We sail away at dawn of day, our sails are ready set. When old Ireland's shore I'll see no more, I'll sigh with deep regret. For all has changed, and I must range across the raging main. Our ship she may in Biscay Bay be sunk beneath the tide. If I should fall by a cannonball or sink beneath the sea, good people all, a tear let fall and mourn for mine and me. But if God should spare my greying hair and bring me back again, I'll love far more my Antrim shore, its dark blue hills and glens. Around my fire but one desire God grant before I fail, to keep me from the cruel wars and from the nightingale. That's it.
You have a very wonderful voice, Rob.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, several people have given since I made that pitch. I'm going to check one more time before I do my final drawings. You're always welcome to give even beyond this, you know that. But this has been the most successful fundraiser in terms of a single day fundraising effort. We've done a couple in Portsmouth, not counting the day of the festival itself or some of the memorial fundraisers we've had, but we've had, as far as I know, 4 or 5 single day fundraisers, both in Portsmouth and virtually, and this is by far the most successful, and we should be all very happy about that. Yes, thanks, Chris, for the compliment, but I can't enter the song. All right, let's do the drawings now, and let's see what I got here. What I've done, just so people to know, when you've won something, I've taken your name off the list to start with, unless you make a second gift. But right now, we only have 3 people who've made second gifts. So I'm going to dive into this first. Lori Walters. Lori, are you there? Lori Walters. Lori Walters has won. Let's see what Lori Walters has won. Lori Walters has won. I got to come to it here. I had it here a second ago when I pulled it out. Lori Walters has won a gift certificate to Jane G. Boutique in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I think it's pronounced Jane G. A gift certificate, so thank you, Lori. Congratulations again, Lori. Please send your mailing address to info@pmff.org, pmffs.org. I'll put it in the chat in a bit. Next one up. Richard Marcus. Richard Marcus, I hope you like chocolate, my friend, because you got a $20 gift certificate. What is it called? Chillwinds in Portsmouth, $20 chocolate. Or at least you know someone who likes chocolate. That would be good. Okay, who else I got here? Oh, I got one of my double givers. That's Amanda Finn, who gave twice. And Amanda, you have a gift certificate to 1,000 Villages. It's a gift store in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And you deserve that. That's good because you've given twice. And let's see what else I have here. David Gage, one of our other twice givers. David, come on, I'm giving you a choice here, David, because we're down to the end here. Where are you? I thought I saw you.
I'm right here.
So, David, you have a choice. And a Walmart gift certificate or an Uber.
Hold on one more second. Say that one more time.
A Walmart gift certificate or an Uber gift certificate.
We'll go with the Walmart.
That's what I thought, but I wanted you to make the choice.
Thank you very much.
And we have done really, really well so far. I'm going to check to see if there's one last gift because while we've covered everyone, I want to make sure that, can I get out of here? It's not letting me exit full screen. I can do that. All right. Checking one more time and then I can tell everybody how much we raised. Checking one more time. This is exciting. All right, our totals. Our totals are, including the matches, $3,100.99. Now we're going to have to pay Squarespace a little bit. So let's say we just made $3,000. We never made even 1,000 before in a single day.
Woo-hoo!
That's awesome. Thank you so much. And you're still welcome to give some more. And I am going to put in the thing right now to everyone. Email your mailing addresses to info@pmffest.org. That's even if you never won a card, but you made a gift of $25 or more, because you get something because we love you. Chris will do all the formal stuff, but on behalf of the behind the scenes crew, that's Kate and Persis and Jamie lining people up, and Rob and Jeff on tech, and me on money, and Gail and Nicole on doing some brilliant work getting all these certificates, and Gail is our secretary, and I'm sure I'm leaving people out. But on behalf of everyone, thank you so much for being part of tonight's excitement. You even got a chance to listen to my songwriting debut. Anyway, without further ado, our president, Chris Madden.
Thank you all so much. I've had so much fun, and thank you to everyone who sang, everybody who listened, everybody who gave, everybody who donated. This has just been fantastic. The Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival will be happening the 25th and 26th of September. There will be a multi-track online presentation. We are currently planning, although obviously we are monitoring the pandemic situation, we are planning for an in-person limited attendance event in Portsmouth. Watch our website or drop a line to info@pmffest.org. to make sure that you're getting our updates, or follow us on Facebook at pmff.nh. So we hope that people will be able to join us from around the world and safely in person. Some of the harmonies we heard together from groups like Bounding Maine were just amazing. I miss that, and really looking forward to being able to do that again. So thank you to everybody here, and everybody who was here, and everybody who wished they could be here and isn't, and everybody who's watching this stream on YouTube sometime in the future. Technology is amazing.
You did that on one breath, Chris. You did that all in one breath. That was impressive.
I learned circular breathing when I was a brass player.
Can I say one thing before you go?
Yes, please.
For those of us on the board, I know people will say goodbye after Chris's closing song, and much as I loved you, I hope you do. But those of us on the board, could we stay on Zoom for a few minutes when we're done, please?
Yes. So thank you to you all, and to everyone who did so much work to make this event possible and make the fundraiser possible. And so now it is time to say goodbye. Oh, the times was hard and the wages high. Leave her, Johnny, leave her, and now once more ashore we'll go, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her, oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her, for the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
So the songs are sung and courses shared. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. We'll sing some more in 1 month's time, and it's fine for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
Well, it's time for us to say goodbye. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. For now those pumps are all pumped dry, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
Jamie, you're muted.
Or Nick is muted.
So the fair.
It's too
there I am. The sails are furled and our work is done. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And now ashore we'll have a bit of fun. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the work is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
Well, we've so much fun, we don't want to go. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. But we're grateful for lots of dough, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
Oh, the rats are leaving, and we the crew. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, it's time, by Christ, that we went to, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, it's time, by Christ, that we went to, and it's time for us to leave her.
Rob, you're up.
Leave her, Johnny, leave her, with smuggled in rum and plenty of ale, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her, oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her, for the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
Oh, now we've come to the end of our sing. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And now again we'll do the thing, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, the rats have gone and we the crew. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. It's time, by God, that we go too, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Thank you all so much, all the performers, all the singers, all the listeners. Woo! We will be doing this again next month on the second Saturday in September, just the usual community sing, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. And then our festival, 25-26 September, it will be happening. It will have multiple tracks. It will all be online. It will all be available online. One venue will be streaming from a physical location, health situation permitting. So, and I hear a young singer somewhere in the background. That's awesome.
Yes, that's a small Tulsi, sorry.
No, that's fantastic. Thank you all so much. And as much as this plague has sucked, I love the way that it has brought together so many singers from around the world. So thank you all so much. See you next month twice. Once for our sing, once for our festival. This is going to be fantastic. Thank you all so much. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Thank you all. It's been lovely to see everybody.
Safe travels.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Nick.
Board members, stick around if you can.
Thank you all.
So much.